We gotta find. We gotta find. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find.
Well, happy Sunday Funday to you, chat. What a busy couple of weeks it's been. I am far behind schedule on fucking everything. Originally, this was going to be our return to the skeptics. It still is, actually. But I was going to focus on David Shitrat. Well, that man is blessed by an angel, because God keeps sending retards my way that keep distracting me. It has been a busy time. We've got a lot of things to talk about. It's going to be a long stream. A lot of fucking things to cover. So, sit back, enjoy, grab your popcorn, grab a drink, get ready to laugh at some retards on the internet, a good old-fashioned pastime. I think everybody enjoys it. I think we can all agree on how fun that can be. Got a few super chats here. I'll read through some of these, and then we'll start getting into it. We'll start getting into just about everything. A lot of stuff happened. We've got Gamergate 2, Mundane Matt, of course, getting Trump elected. I don't know if you've heard or not, but he is solely responsible for that. We've got a liberalist furry that made himself look like a retard and then deleted everything on the internet after telling us how badly he wanted attention. You know, I thought Diogenes was going to be, a segment, but even that pales in comparison to the just outrageous shit that's been going on this week. We've even got a little bit of Boogie versus V. If you wanted to see Boogie 1488 curb stomp a Romanian, you're going to get to watch that, because the jolly fat man bent him over in front of a very large audience and fucked him raw in front of people, so that'll be fun. A little quartering news as well. It's good times. Let's jump into a few of these super chats first, though. Enlightened Apple fanboy, evening Jim, no Gamergate 2.0, best curb meme ever. Michael Mansbridge, this squad is turning into an army of sweeties. Yes, it is. Political seer, now I need 4 names for boss knights and X01s. Jim, would you take a body shot out of Monday Matt's giant belly button if it meant that you would never hear about Gamergate ever again? I can't even imagine the smell that would exist in that area. Maybe I'll just take like a ice pick to my ears instead to avoid putting my face anywhere near crevices or cracks that are in his body. Just the amount of sweat and soy is probably going to create a hazardous condition. Let's see. Philia Scout, were you just being nice to Donga Tribe to slip them the smallpox blankets? P.S. Buy an AR or some other rifle and stop being a no-guns. Well, I have not yet gone through with my plan to give Donga and his tribe seeking the super berries any smallpox blankets, but it is a good strategy. I hear it worked in the past. I might have to give it a shot. Mutant Joe, hey Jim, I heard you like Ippo. Have you watched Baki yet? Ippo is fucking amazing. I love that anime. And it's weird too because I've never really liked any of the sport-related shit when it comes to anime, like Prince of Tennis, and they've got shit for everything. Basketball, baseball, soccer. But Ippo is fucking amazing. When I first came across it on YouTube, I watched through all of it. Every episode I could find. Good shit. If you're interested, it should be up on YouTube. You should have no problem finding it. Blue Satoshi, Carl looked disgusting, nipples protruding in his ill-fitting suit at the White House today. Very, very disrespectful. Trump after meeting Sargon. We will get into that. We will most definitely get into that. And again from Blue Satoshi, if it takes a car to bring down a glow-in-the-dark CIA nigger, it took a train to finally take down Terry. R.I.P. Terry. Why'd you kill him, Jim? Well, the blood is on my hands. Maybe we'll play that part of the Diogenes conversation. Press B to peacefully sunset J. Caesar 187. I don't know what you're talking about. J. Caesar 187. I've never heard that name before. I don't think I've ever covered that in any of the videos that I've ever done. You know what? I think I can prove that. Let me just screen share my YouTube account, and we'll see if I've ever done a video on J. Caesar 187. Let me pop this up on screen. Oh no, what have I done? I hope nobody reads my email address. I love bigblackdick@gmail.com. That would be embarrassing. I don't see any J. Caesar videos, but I do see an email that's slightly embarrassing and might lead to some embarrassment. Oh God, what is this? Why is this audio now suddenly playing? What's going on? I don't understand.
Filled by some black stud. You know, there's some black fucking bull that's just filling her with cock meat, giving her the real fuck she deserves. Some big black bull just filling her with cock meat.
I think, but I think I haven't covered Mr. J. Caesar. I don't know what you're referring to. I'm unaware of what you're referring to. We can clearly see that that's never been a video topic that I've ever covered. Just don't tease me about loving big black cock. Thank you. Thank you. Mac Guitar Player. Laughing at diaper furs equals getting... Laughing at diaper furs equals checkers getting Trump to tweet about a 5-year-old dead movement equals 60 underwater settlers of Catan. Smug chuckles. Blue Satoshi. Breaking news. Gamergate 2 confirmed to get Battle Royale mode. And we will be directed by Hideo Kojima on Disc Day 1 DLC in the works. Everybody loves it. I see everybody's excited for Gamergate 2. That's going to be a large portion of the shit we're talking about, so I hope you are fucking excited for it. My name Hidden123. Are we talking about the Skeptics today, Groomer? Yes, we are. Nemesis Raccoon. Hey, Jim, hope your day is going well. I have heard about Left Alive. Seems to be another Front Mission third-person shooter. I've not heard of it. I will check it out. We'll read a few more of these and then jump into stuff. Dwarf Lord, 10 minutes before stream, and you have 3 Sargons already waiting. Well, I don't even know what the view count is right now. I don't have the video itself up, but if you say 3 Sargons, I will take 3 Sargons. Let's see. This is a fantastic name. Fat Gay Riker. The similarities between Trout's gay little operation Mincemeat and Sargon's underwater gnome plan seem too close to be coincidental. What do you think? Well, I will be covering that. We're going to look at a little bit of internet history. We're going to look at some of the big-brained ideas that the stepfather has come up with in the past, and we can draw some parallels, make a few comparisons on that. Finally, we'll leave it off with this one, and I'll read more later on. Tengu God, Mr. Metokur, the Child Predator, and his band of sweeties charge into Gamergate 2, headquarters, Applebee's. That is where the revolution is taking place. That is very much true. So I suppose it would be difficult not to start it off with this because everybody in the super chats and chat itself seem to be interested. Let's talk about rising up. Now, I think we can all agree that the Chads and the Stacys, they need to learn a fucking lesson. And Sargon of Applebee's, he's there for us. He's going to teach us this amazing lesson. He's ready to tutor us, to let us bask in his big-brained shadow of tutelage. Now, Sargon came out with a brilliant idea, and he pitched it on the kill stream, and I happen to be a guest on there. What do you know? Now, chat, would you be interested in listening to some of this? Do you want to hear Sargon's big-brained idea? We can skip through, pick different pieces of it, but would you like to hear what his brilliant strategy moving forward is? Because he's such a articulate politician who's going to save the West. And this is part of his 20-year plan. I see a lot of gang weeds. That's right, my brothers. Rise up. Rise up against this fucking oppression. Oh, we're all rising up in chat today. Oh, look at this army Sargon has gathered together. I see a lot of yeses. A lot of people saying yes. I see one no. Fuck you, no. Nobody cares what you think. We're going to watch it. Like I was even asking in the first place. No, it's going to be definitely watched. I'm a cunt. I'm sorry, but we are going to take a listen. We're going to take a look. Now, let me see if I can find this. God, there's been so many fucking things this week. All right, I think this is it. Watch a little bit of the stepfather's brilliant battle plans. I feel pretty safe. I think he's going to lead us into a bright new era, to be honest with you. All right. Luckily, this has timestamps, so we should be good to go. Let me pull this up on screen, and we'll take a look at Sargon's brilliant battle strategy to save the West from all those fucking SJWs. Because let me tell you, the biggest problem we face today are blue-haired feminists. And Sargon has come up with really the most brilliant idea ever. Now, he might be a little upset because it wasn't taken as seriously as he was hoping for. But I'll let the man speak for himself. Watch a little bit of the beginning, and then we'll get to the meat of his argument. We'll get to listen to his pitch in its entirety. All right, let me pull this up. I think this should be the right one. Yep, there we go. All right, let's listen to Sargon shows up on the kill stream. Let's listen to his brilliant idea. Let's see where it goes. Everybody ready? Are we ready for this? Okay.
What is your definition of drama? So, I mean, you can look at almost any topic and say, well, this displeases me. This is just drama. I don't want to talk about this.
That's actually a great question. I don't know.
Excuse me, waiter.
I suppose I would just say...
where are my appetizers? I've been waiting for 30 minutes.
I would just say it's...
30 minutes, waiter. Where are my appetizers? My frittatas are going to get cold. Can I speak to your manager?
No.
This service is horrendous. I heard you were going to be pitching a big brained idea, so I wanted a front row seat to watch it.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of glad you're here, Jim.
He's kind of glad I was there. I don't know how glad he was by the end of it, but he was very excited to have me there with Ralph and everybody else listening, because he was going to pitch his amazing idea to us. It's really smart thinking, not something us plebs could really come up with. I mean, us small-brained people, us plebeians, little peon-brain motherfuckers, we can't get up to the level that Sargon's operating on, but he has got, it's ironclad, really. It's ironclad with his idea on how to save the West. Let me just adjust here. Let me pull it up. We'll look at a few more clips here and there. But let's take a look. Let me find these timestamps. Find out what his great idea is. Let me pull this up.
Do you not think it would be really interesting to see how far we can make this go?
Who's we? That sounds very collectivist. I thought we were individualists here, Carl.
The collective internet. Do you not think that would be funny?
Do you think anybody on the internet gives two fucks about Gamergate at this point? It's become a joke.
No, I don't, Jim. That's the point. That's the entire point.
What is your pitch exactly? Get the band back together? Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't understand.
Look, they think Gamergate is a tremendous, universal and categoric evil, right? Who else do they think is a categoric evil?
Can you figure out where he's going?
I feel
with
like I'm
this chat?
fucking lost. What are we talking? What is your plan? What is your? I guess what's your idea? Hit us with it.
Try and use a bit of just try and look a bit ahead. Just look a bit ahead. How
If we're talking about Gamergate, I'm looking. Actually, let me interrupt this because I think this is maybe a good point to maybe go over some Sargonisms. These are things that I've noticed he likes to do on streams. Maybe I'm out on my own here. Maybe you can agree with me if you look over his past things. I'll come out with a nice little image for it later on and compile it on a list, and we can put it up on screen someday. But these are my list of Sargonisms. Sargonism number 1. He will always show up for his stream late. He does this repeatedly, and I'm almost 100% certain it's some kind of weird, petty power play. By making the host wait for him, it shows that, I don't know, maybe he's more powerful or popular, but he does it a lot. Sargonism number 2. He always has to leave because he's very busy, or he's very sleepy. So he'll show up late, and then he'll leave early. These are 2 things that he does quite often. Now, Sargonism number 3, which we've kind of seen here, is he will say something vague and dumb, and then wait for you to fill it in for him. And if you can't fill it in, for him because you have more than 2 functioning brain cells, he'll say something along the lines of, well, I guess you just couldn't understand. I guess it's too much for you. It's too far past your intelligence for you to grasp or comprehend. Let me show you the way by talking about it. Somebody wants to bullet point those for me. Keep track of them. You can tweet it at me later so I can come up with a nice little image. But those so far are 3 Sargonisms, which I've noticed quite a bit. Oh, and don't forget number 4, smugly chuckling. You can't forget the smug chuckles. They're always in there. Lots of smug chuckling. But let's continue with the brilliant idea of resurrecting Gamergate to own the libs.
Behind me, not ahead of me.
No, you're not. You're looking way ahead. But you just, I don't know. You can't seem to do it, can you?
I know I can't. I need you to shine a light
Think
on
of
it.
it from the left wing's point of view, right? They are genuinely afraid of Gamergate, which is why they keep talking about Gamergate.
Is the punchline here Gamergate did 9/11? Because we made that joke already.
No, but it could be something nearly like that, like effectively like that, right? So,
But what?
See, that was the perfect example of a Sargonism. Smugly chuckling. Not really appropriate to smugly chuckle there, but he does it anyway. Just say something retarded, wait for people to not know what you're talking about, and smugly chuckle. And then if they don't stop laughing at how dumb that is, tell them you're very sleepy and you need to go. But I don't mean to interrupt. Let's hear more of this brilliant plan.
right?
What are you saying? Like, is it what I said though? What are you
Are you
saying?
saying Gamergate raped and killed a woman behind an Arby's in 1990?
No.
That was just
I'm
me,
saying
Gator, not
bigger and
Gamergate.
better,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So again, if Gamergate is the eternal boogeyman, what would be the worst thing that Donald Trump could do?
He's not going to co-sign Gamer.
Get ready, folks. Here comes the kill shot. Here comes where this is the point where you can tell this man has read Locke. All right, we can't comprehend it, but he's up there with the big intellectual thinkers. Get ready. You prepare yourselves for the brilliance.
Good. He doesn't even know what to do.
What, he couldn't tweet out hashtag Gamergate? Is that what you're like?
Most people have no idea what Gamergate was or is. I don't think you realize that it's a thing on the internet, but most people have
So
no
yeah,
idea.
we talked about this before.
I of course know exactly what Gamergate was because I was in it.
Yeah, we all know. Of course,
I wouldn't start presuming what people are thinking like that.
we all know. I'm just saying the public at large probably maybe 25%. Yeah. Now everybody on Twitter knows what the fuck it is. You know, a lot of the journalists and stuff know what it is, but as far as the public at large, they don't.
Okay, how do you get black people to join the alt-right?
Give him watermelons.
Fried chicken and Kool-Aid helps too.
Appreciate that humor. Come on, my fellow white nigger. I know you. Just terrible. What an inappropriate joke to put in there. That's just horrible. We're doing big boy adult things. I never should have said that. That was inappropriate. I apologize, chat. Terrible.
Honestly, I thought that was a bit slow. You get Hillary Clinton to denounce the alt-right.
Wait, sorry, was there a punchline? I can only hear crickets.
It's not.
Oh, you're being serious. I'm sorry.
It's already happened, Jim. This is documented and verifiable. When Hillary Clinton denounced the alt-right, loads of black people took to Twitter saying, well, I guess I'm alt-right then. And I was speaking to a few of the alt-right people, and they were freaking the fuck out, thinking the idea that a bunch of black people are going to invade a white supremacist movement, because nobody really knew. And so Hillary Clinton kind of set the narrative on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like official membership numbers from the alt-right, but is there any evidence
I
that
don't have
caused a spike?
numbers either.
Okay, yeah.
But it was just, people, you'd see a lot of people on Twitter sort of freaking out about it. And understandably so. I mean, if you're a white supremacist, the last thing you want is black people stealing your movement or something. That's pretty...
Yeah, I mean, I remember her speech and everything. I actually thought that was a tactical mistake. She wasted a whole day of campaigning, bitching about, fucking
massive
Breitbart and
shock.
Pepe the Frog. What was that all about? Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, but imagine them whinging about that to the point where Hillary Clinton feels the need, and Justin Trudeau feel the need to denounce Gamergate, effectively, the alt-right.
Yeah, that dead silence you're hearing, that's not the stream fucking up. That's not the recording being bad. That's just stunned silence from people listening to this horrendous idea. So let me recap it. We'll jump around a little more. There are more clips. Sargon's brilliant idea to own the libs is to get Donald Trump to tweet Gamergate. That's part of his 20-year plan. Apparently, once Donald Trump tweets Gamergate, the world changes. All the leftist journalists out there, they throw themselves off rooftops. They can't deal with it. It's just too much. Donald Trump said Gamergate, everyone. This is it's a big-brained idea. I don't think you can all appreciate it. And I don't think Carl really gets the accolades he deserves for the genius that he is. I'd like to go over a few more of Sargon's big-brained ideas, because I just want to give you his track record on really smart thinking. In fact, we get an example of his super smart thinking in this stream. So if gamers can stop rising up for a moment, here was another of Sargon's most brilliant of ideas. Okay, I just want to hear the pitch idea, because I'll be honest with you. The last time you pitched me an idea, okay, and you can go reread the conversation, was on Skype. Google was.
I don't care.
I want to just make the record clear.
I'll tell you exactly what the goal is.
When Google was crushing, why won't you let me finish my point? When Google
because you're making a silly point.
You just don't want to be embarrassed. I know you don't want to be embarrassed. Let me finish my story. Sargon, then you let me talk, won't you? You'll let me talk.
Yes, let's talk one at a time.
Thank you. It's a big boy conversation.
Do you want the pitch or not?
You really don't want this story out there, do you?
Jim, you've done a stream about it, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
Jim, just release it. I don't care. Just release it.
I just want to go over the conversation, the last great idea you had, the big-brained idea you had before about Google and how you could fight back against the apocalypse. What was it? I can't remember. You were so excited. You told me, Jim, we just have to tell everybody that we're Google's friends. We have to, if we appease you quite literally, if we appease Google, Google will fight for us and give us our money back.
Well,
and
it turns out there was a lot of information we didn't have there. Did that come out afterwards?
Well, who told you it was a bad idea, though? I told you that's how it was going to play out, and you were so convinced. I was like, "Go for it," because it's just a terrible idea. Right. Yeah, a little backstory. So back during the adpocalypse, I got a message from Sergen, and he wanted to talk to me on Skype. So I went on to Skype to see what it was that Sergen wanted, and he sat me down and he pitched me probably the most retarded idea I've ever heard. Jim, you don't understand. Google is the victim. All these ad companies are bullying Google. Google really is on our side. So why don't we all together pool? There was a couple aspects to this. Why don't we pool our money together and buy advertisements in newspapers and on billboards to tell people that we, the YouTubers, support Google? And we'll make videos saying that we support Google. Because if we do this, Google will give us our money back, because we're kind of a big deal. We're YouTubers. And if they have our support, they'll get rid of all that hate speech shit, and they'll stop flagging our videos, and we'll get all that sweet ad revenue. And I told Sargon at the time, that is fucking retarded beyond measure. But he was very convinced that this was how he was going to save YouTube and Google itself. And nothing ever happened with that. You could see with the Damore stuff and all the leaked internal memos that Google doesn't care about a couple of YouTubers. They're doing their own shit. They've got their own corporate culture. And advertising companies aren't going to bend a knee because some people that talk about feminists on YouTube said, "We love you, Google. We love you. Please give us our money back. Oh, I don't want to be in the poorhouse. Google, please put the ads back. I want to be your friend." Now you might be thinking, "Oh, that is a fucking stupid idea." But Sargon, he has a lot of big-brained ideas. I just don't think you can comprehend it. Get Donald Trump to tweet about Gamergate, tell Google that we love them and that we want to be their bestest friend on the internet. Oh, there was also this one. There was also this sick one. Hey, 4chaners, you're going to love it. Sargon is an idea guy, and he's got an idea for you.
Like, 4chan, guys, you could be, like, if you need ideas, I've got lots of ideas, that's all I'm saying. You know? I could easily concoct a scheme to get you guys international coverage and to bring the problem of communists in universities to the forefront. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing this weekly.
What do you mean?
Okay, okay, how about this? So say tomorrow, Monday morning on, I don't know, like 20 university campuses in America, outside of the, the sort of George Cicarillo Mar types, I'm dreaming for a white genocide, all those types?
Yes.
Imagine if on their doors to their offices was a picture of Joe McCarthy.
That's some pretty smart thinking. I don't know about you guys, but I think we can all smugly chuckle at the idea of owning those communist libs on the college campuses. Teaching them a real lesson by hashtagging the shit out of them. Nothing screams "don't fuck with me" like a little hashtag activism. No, that conversation he had with Millennial Woes was not just that portion. He had a lot of great ideas. See if you can count the dead silence in between what he says and Millennial Woes trying to process what the fuck he just heard. Again, big brain thinking. Try not to emulate this. You might hurt yourself.
The thing is, the alt-right can gain everything they want using social justice.
Right.
There's a little bit of silence there. No, trust me, guys. If you want to win this culture war thing you're all doing, you need to be the SJWs. No, I'm totally serious, Smugly Chuckles. You need to be the SJWs. And then call those fucking libs commies. And we'll hashtag that shit. It's a lot of really smart thinking going on in that particular stream. Lots of really great big ideas. I like how he pitched it too when he was talking to Millennial. He said, how did he explain it? He tried to, compare it to automobiles. He said, listen, you're trying to drive to your goal. Does it really matter what car you take to get there? Who cares if it's alt-right politics? What if you took the SJW Subaru instead? Trust me on this, guys. If you become the SJWs, you're totally going to win. And I'm not saying that, Smugly Chuckles, to make it easier to dunk on you. It's almost like Sargon can't handle the alt-right or people right-leaning conservatives who make fun of him because all the rhetoric he has is aimed at SJWs. So it kind of seems like maybe he went on that stream with Millennial Woes to try to sell him some bullshit and get him to be an SJW so Sargon could then use the same tired bullshit he uses day in and day out on fat blue-haired feminists, and it would work. Rather than trying it on people who just say, "You're not as smart as you think you are, Carl." I don't know. That's just it's a hunch. Call it a hunch, chat. Now we'll listen to a little more of the big-brained idea here where he's talking about how Trump is totally going to... It's just going to, he's just going to change the world by hashtag tweeting Gamergate. Oh, I can't compete with this. Oh, here it is. I think this is the right one, where he explains how the plan itself will work.
Obviously, I'm not suggesting we lie at all. We need to be completely honest about what we've got and what is going on. But I think we can be, and I think it will have the result of freaking them out. And I think it would just be a funny ass thing to do.
So how do you propose to? I guess what I'm getting, I don't know. Maybe if you said that there, I didn't really catch it. But how do you propose to make it? Like, what are you going to do to make it happen? What are you trying to tell other people to do to make it happen?
This is another thing, right? So the way things happen is by connections. It's someone knows someone knows someone, and you have to ask them to get their email to send to you, so you can email them.
Networking, basically, yeah.
It is networking, yeah. And I don't really like it. I would prefer it if everyone had a public email, like I do, but they don't. A lot of people keep their contact details secret, and it's annoying. And you have to go through agents and things like this. But what I'll try and do is talk to people and try and get emails for people and try and get them to pay attention to a cultural phenomenon. But there needs to be a cultural phenomenon, and that's why I need you guys.
I don't know if you caught his master plan here, but let me try to sum it up for you. Sargon wants to get Donald Trump to tweet about Gamergate, and his part of the plan is he's going to email some people and say, "Hey, look at that." And our part of the plan, because he said you guys, our part of the plan is doing all the legwork. It's difficult for somebody with a big brain to be able to walk around. It's a lot of weight on your spine, on your shoulders, on your neck. You got to relax. Sargon needs to sit down. He needs to have his head supported so that beautiful melon of his doesn't get damaged. And us grunts, us little people, those beneath him, we can go do the legwork. What's important here is Sargon gets the credit, because the smart people always deserve to get the credit. Let's listen a little more. Let's hear more of the big brain scheme. Okay, so let me get this straight. Your plan is 90% us doing the legwork and 10% you sending out emails.
No.
What have I misheard then? What's the breakdown?
I'm not going to explain to you there, Jim. You're just wrong. So.
Oh, let's add another Sargonism onto the list, shall we, chat? Where are we? We're at number 4, Smugly Chuckles. Let's add number 5. Number 5 is, if you repeat what he just said to you, he will say, no, you're wrong. So if you catch Sargon doing something stupid, and you nearly literally word for word repeat it to him, or just sum it up and say it back to him, he will respond by saying, I'm not going to explain it to you. You're wrong. But I think we clearly heard that. Sargon said, I'm going to email some people, but you guys need to create the cultural phenomena that I'm going to have them look at. I don't know. That seems like a 10% him, 90% everybody else thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but let's put that down as number 5.
What do you reckon, Ralph?
You just literally said, I'll email people to get them to pay attention to a cultural phenomenon, and then you guys...
Yeah, that's one thing I will do, Jim. That's one
Okay,
thing.
well, fill us in on the rest of this 20-year plan.
Well, I don't think I should, given this is a live stream.
Okay. Oh, now you're taking my advice. That's good.
I think it was good advice, don't you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, I'll take it then. Thanks.
I did think.
I should probably back it up and try to find the timestamp for that. But Sargon was like, we're gonna super troll those fucking dirty libs. We're gonna teach them a lesson. The SJWs are gonna know not to fuck with the stepfather. We're gonna get Trump to talk about Gamergate. But the problem was that he said, you don't know any... I can't do a Sargon voice. You'll have to forgive me. But essentially what he said was he knew people in the know. He knew people that knew Trump. And that basically this would all happen if everybody just went along with it. And, my counter to that was, do you think it's a good idea to go on a live stream with like 7,000 people watching and tell them your super secret fucking plan? Because doesn't that kind of fuck you over? And now later on he's like, oh yeah, maybe that wasn't the most brilliant of ideas. But we've got there's so much to this. There's so many fucking things to this. It's hard to pick and choose. Let's see. What are we at? We're about a half an hour in. Let's take a small break. I'll read a few more super chats, and then we'll get back to it. We'll do 5 minutes here. I think that's fair. That was a Left Alive one. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me set the mood since we're talking about Gamergate. Pick a better picture for this. There we go. Now, just so you're aware, this lovely piece of artwork was made by Jade. I had to Photoshop it because she wasn't wearing green shorts in this picture. And I don't think YouTube's going to let me show a giant trans cock on stream, so I put some shorts on her. You're welcome, chat. But that, I think, sets the mood for our Gamergate discussion. Now, where were we here? From Sean Fallon, hurrah, it's my weekly dose of Schadenfreude. I probably butchered that. Tor Henning 91, are you fat? We're going by European standards. I don't know what European standards are. Don't you mean Middle Eastern standards? Huh? Fix that immigration, champ. Mike Nolan nukes all Melbourne and Sydney. You're next. Coffin Joe, hail to you, Jimbo. HTRTU, if we start measuring numbers of viewers in Sargons, how many will be one Sargon? Well, one Sargon is officially sitting at about 1,500 right now. Sargon stock is going down. Sargon did a stream with 1,500 people when Ralph was doing a stream with like 8,000. So Sargon stock has fallen quite a bit. It's very sad. 6-8 Toast, took me 5 minutes to figure out Super Chat. So from one boomer to another, here's a few dollar hairs. Thank you. Bubble Gun, it's happening. Blue Satoshi, Gamergate 2 will launch with Applebee's 2 featuring Pitbull 2 from the DMC2 series. Mewtwo will be under the truck hiding from glow-in-the-dark CAA 2s. A lot of 2s involved. Gojira, thoughts on JoJo Part 5 so far? Haven't seen it. People brought it up last stream. I'll get around to it eventually. Switchy, Boogie2988 died. It's fucking tragic. George Kalani, what is your opinion on Styx? Is he our guy? Well, I did give an opinion on Styx's video where he said we should all be nice to each other, which I do not agree with. I'll tell you, I do not agree with that. Oh, let's see, I just lost my place here. Give me one moment and catch back up. Do a few more of these and move back into the stream. How are you liking that, chat, by the way? How are you liking that beautiful Gamergate picture? Is that lovely? You have to imagine that particular individual with their shorts off, but you get the idea. You get the fucking idea. Okay. Hey, Jim, I wanted to ask you what you thought of the Stalker series. Anyway, please groom me, Daddy. Stalker series is fucking great. That was one of those games I didn't really get into at first, but I went back and played. Only other time that's really happened was with Ico on PS2. I played that initially after buying it. Did not like it. Played like 20 minutes of it and just wouldn't touch it. Saw a game review maybe 5 years later, where people were like, oh, it's an amazing game. You know, it's this work of art and all this other shit. So I went back to play it and I really enjoyed it. It's kind of the experience I had with Stalker. Omega Belly, Jim is on time, unlike that nigger Ralph. Harsh. Commissar Warder, hey Jim, what if Sargoon is actually a crypto-Marxist and is trying to undermine both UKIP and Trump? Well, if you listen to that conversation he had with Millennial Woes, it almost seems like Sargon thinks he can use different groups and movements for his own benefit. Almost like he co-ops things. God, what other group do I know of that co-ops and undermines things, that's subversive when they go in there? I just can't think of anything. Can't think of anything off the top of my head. Aaron, hey Jim, did you see that Dolphins game? Crazy shit. No, I've not. Mars 10, Chief Jim must lead Gamergate 2.0 and wrestle Donga in real life. It's the only way to prove Jim is a big brain philosopher like Sargon. Jason Leonardo, take it, you beautiful boy. VGEDRR, not your sweetie. We're hashtagging the shit out of this. Contra, what brand and model microphone do you use for your headset to get that buttery smooth eargasm voice to our ears? It's the cheapest fucking Logitech headset you can find. Zenny Senpai, when's the commentary community video coming out? Oh, fuck, I have no idea. I'm so behind on goddamn everything. William Burner, Jim, use a dead hashtag to own the libs. It's a big-brained, grew us to be better buckaroo. My suit is wrinkled, my room is dirty. Be a hero. What are you doing? I should jump on the hotness and find a dead hashtag. Hey, everybody, here's how we're going to save the West. We just need to buy Guy Fawkes masks and protest Scientology. I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, Jim. That's been gay for like 5 years. Who gives a shit about Chinology? You're not thinking in a big-brained way. We need to bake birthday cakes for L. Ron Hubbard. That is how we are going to save the West. Justice Barnes, do you think all furries should be gassed unironically? No, I think the furries have allowed their community to completely fall into just fucking chaos and degeneracy. But I do see, there are furries that pop on streams, and I've seen them in the comments on the videos that are like, great, fuck these people. So I don't think all furries are like that. but there's a large portion of them that are. And we're going to be looking at one later on. Sav Samara, Sweetie Squad UK, ready, molest me, Papa Jim. Read a few more here and jump back in. HDRTU, noticing a lot of, if you don't dox yourself, you're a add insult here comments aimed at you, Jim. Yeah, that seems to be a popular tactic. Mr. Darling, check your Facebook Messenger. Rax the Hero, another glorious gathering of the bully cabal. Virus Jan, I just dropped in, what's up? We're going to be going over a Gamergate 2. The Guardian sees you, come on guys, just don't. That's right, just don't. And we'll read two more here. Pharaoh Owen, Jim, please read my super chat, it makes me feel cooler. Thanks, well, you're welcome. And finally, Spatial Seer, would you consider doing something with Big Al again? Like that cooking thing you did? I haven't talked to Big Al in like 2 or 3 years. Maybe like a comment or two. I don't even know what he's up to. I've not seen that gentleman in a while. Okay, we will read more super chats again later on. I'm trying to break it up, like a half an hour of streaming, 4 or 5 minutes of super chat. I think that's a good way to go, and then I can read the chunk that I miss at the very end. So we've got Sargon pitching his brilliant idea, get Trump to talk about it, and it was mostly stunned silence after he left. A lot of people couldn't really wrap their head around what the fuck this guy is going on about. Now, much like he did with Richard Spencer, right? Where after Richard had said, you're not as smart as you think you are, Sargon, he immediately ran and did his own separate stream. He told people, oh God, I'm so sleepy, I'm so tired. Remember, that's Sargonism number 2. But immediately after saying that, he went and did a stream. And he talked about how he totally owned that Spencer fucker. Well, after this one, he went and did a stream because a lot of people were confused. Is this a troll? Is this Sargon's attempt at trolling? Because it was fucking retarded. It was like an hour of him stumbling over a really dumb idea that somebody that smoked too much pot would come up with. Well, Sargon wanted to clear the air, so he went to do his own live stream. Let me pull that up. We'll listen to a little bit of that. I did not have this one bookmarked, but we can... yeah, here we go. Answering Killstream comments. I don't know if I have the time codes on this, but you get the basic idea. Now, one thing I do want to mention... Oh, you know what? We take this picture off screen. Too much of it will make your eyes fall out. There we go. We'll put that one back up. That's right. Bottom text. Bottom text, motherfuckers. Where are we here? All right. Now, one thing I should mention, okay, in regards to Sargon's brilliant idea, and one thing that makes me think it's not a troll at all, is I was messaged privately on social media by one of his capos. Now, the stepfather has many capos, and I can't put it out there which capo it was, because he gets very upset if you ever read private messages in public. But he basically said to me, we're going to do Gamergate 2, and we need your help. Would you call me to talk over the details? Which is fairly fucking ridiculous, because I'm not going to touch that gay shit with a 10-foot pole. And I sure as fuck am not going to call somebody on the phone to talk about it. But this was like a month and a half before Sargon pitched this out there. So it makes me think that this is something they've been really, really working towards. This is a big idea. Now that's why I keep referring to it as Gamergate 2, not just getting Trump to epic own the libs. No. They want a full-fledged movement. Now, Zidane, I believe it was, on the Killstream had speculated that Sargon wanted to do this because his popularity is fading. He said, your numbers are starting to decline. People are making fun of you. You're not this untouchable giant on YouTube anymore. But back during Gamergate, you had a lot of growth. You were a pretty big deal. Are you trying to resurrect Gamergate to get on top again? Or are you trying to use it to make yourself relevant again? And of course he said, no, not at all. But, it's fair speculation. It's fair speculation. Because you're going to see some other people that are on tough times right now thinking this might be a brilliant idea to jump on. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So let's listen to a little bit of Sargon's live stream immediately after he left the Killstream to explain to people why this is all so brilliant.
I just thought I'd answer some of the queries that have come after my Killstream Live interview by the Ralph Retorts. For those of you who don't know what the Killstream is or who Ethan Ralph is, he has the #1 streaming news show on YouTube. He's doing really well. So you can see that this is something I'd want to share.
Now, did you catch that? Again, I love this. When he initially did his Hello Jim stream, and I did Goodbye Carl, before that, kind of leading up to it, I had been poking him because I know that numbers do bother him. He really doesn't like it. He doesn't like it when somebody pulls in more stream viewers than him. Now, when I absolutely blew his ass out of the fucking water with 30,000 people watching me laugh at how retarded he was, I know that bothers him. But do you know what probably really pisses him off? Is the fact that Ethan Ralph of the Ralph Retort has the #1 news stream on YouTube. That's a kill stream. You can watch that on weeknights. Good show. And Sargon had to go there. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough, because his ass cannot draw a crowd to save his fucking life. It's like between 1,500 on one of his smaller channels to maybe 8,000 or 9,000, if he's lucky, on his main channel of nearly 800 or like 800, 900,000 subscribers. So he had to humble himself and go to Ralph and try to use that audience. And this plays back to what I said earlier when you look at the stuff he said to Millennial Woes, when he said to Ralph, to other people. He tries to use other people to do his dirty work for him. And that's why they call him the stepfather. And that's why they call all those around him his capos. So I wanted to point that out, so in case anybody missed it.
And one of the points that I started with is pointing out that if the main thing that I'd gone on there to talk about, in fact, was that I've noticed a preponderance of times that the media produce hit pieces about Gamergate still. In fact, the most recent one was with Mark Judge. Well, no, the second most recent one was with Mark Judge, who was the chap who was accused of being in the room with Kavanaugh, because Mark Judge, while they were allegedly touching up Christina Blasey Ford, because Mark Judge has written 2 pieces in defense of Gamergate. In fact, I'll get them.
Another thing I'd like to point out too, since we're talking about Gamergate, in fact, I'm going to throw that picture up because we're going to talk about it for a second, is the notion of leadership. Now, this is one thing I've always been really confused with when it comes to Carl and Gamergate. In our Louis Lavoie stream, however the fuck you pronounce that guy's name, Carl had pointed out and said, Jim, you should have been the leader. You didn't want to step up to the mantle of leadership in Gamergate. But he seems to have a fundamental misunderstanding of the fact that Gamergate as it existed didn't have leadership. It was just a bunch of fucking people. Just a bunch of people doing autistic shit on the internet. But Carl seems to think that it should have had leadership. So isn't it very interesting that now that we're looking at his new bright big idea of getting Donald Trump to tweet out #Gamergate, Carl wants to jump in there and he wants to coordinate it. He actually said that it would vindicate Gamergate and, through that, vindicate him, I guess. By making Gamergate a big deal, Carl could step forward and he could grab that mantle, take up that leadership. But it's an interesting tell in regards to him on what he really thought of what Gamergate was. That he thinks there should have been leaders, and that he seemingly wants to resurrect it to lead it now. I don't know if he's like Dr. Frankenstein. He wants to dig the fucking corpse up and reanimate it with a little bit of shit posting, and then have it go chase the villagers for his amusement. But that seemingly is where we're at. But back to the stream. Back to the stream. He says a few things. We'll try to find them here. And then got a few other things lined up too in regards to this. Hold
on. Just so I can read you them off quickly. This is genuinely amazing. I just can't get over how Gamergate has arrived, it directly tied to an international news story that went on for a week. It's incredible. But so there we go. The connection between Brett Kavanaugh hearings and Gamergate, obviously.
And this is another interesting thing. So he sees a couple of news articles because apparently one of Kavanaugh's friends was a supporter of Gamergate. I think this is what gave him this great idea. And he thought, oh my God, they're talking about that. So all that means we have to do is get them to talk about it some more. I don't know how Trump tweeting out Gamergate is going to really save the West. But he's fucking convinced. I probably should have time coded this. It's an hour-long stream, and I'm not going to punish you with that. But I'll try to sum it up. He is serious. Now, he tried to go on to V today, and we'll talk about that more in depth a little later on, but he tried to play it off like, oh, maybe I'm epic trolling. No, he's not. He really thinks this. He did, okay, this is one thing you need to, this is going to be Sarganism number, what are we at, chat? Is 6 or 7? God, I've already lost track, there's so many. Actually, I've got 2 for you. I'll let you catch up. I know there's a bit of a delay. Is it Sarganism number 6 we'd be on, or number 7? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 6s. Okay. So this is Sarganism number 6. Anytime he talks to somebody important, he gets even more arrogant. It recharges his dopamine levels. So, no sane person would ever put forward an idea this fucking stupid. But because he had an interview with Bannon just a few days prior, he thinks he's re-energized. He got that ultra dose of soy. So he's all energized. He's fucking hyped. His ego got fed. So he's going to go pitch a stupid idea. Now, Sarganism number 7 would be the tail end of that. See, his dopamine levels decrease once you just laugh at him for being an idiot. And you don't care that he talked to somebody else. This happened, this happened with the UKIP thing. I'd like to, this all starts, I don't even know how to explain it. This all starts with Richard Spencer telling him he's stupid. And then it continues with me telling him he looks like an idiot in a suit. Even though he talked to all these people in the EU Parliament. And that decreased his soy levels. So he went quiet for a little while. He wanted to quit everything, basically. But then Bannon talked to him, and here he is, immediately back to tell everybody, I have a brilliant idea. Let's resurrect the dead hashtag. Now, I guarantee you, if people laugh at him continually, and they have been, a lot of people have been laughing at him for this. He's gonna fade away again until somebody else looks his way and he gets re-energized. So that's number 6 and 7. Talking to somebody important makes him feel important, charges those soy levels up. Getting laughed at for being a retard, regardless of who he talks to, decreases those soy levels and makes him go into hibernation. But he is very serious about it. Okay. Now, if it couldn't get any stupider, Sargon had made a comment that he thought it would be super based, yo. Like, we're talking epic levels of trolling and shit. If he could get Mundane Matt to go on to Tucker Carlson to talk about Gamergate. See, he's a multi-strategy kind of guy. If only Hitler had him during the war, he would have won it single-handedly. Oh, I'll take 2 fronts. Fuck it, give me 5 fronts. I can handle it. We're not just going to get Trump to talk about Gamergate. We're going to get Mundane Matt onto Tucker Carlson to talk about it, to get Donald Trump to talk about Gamergate. Now, you would think, okay, well, what's Mundane Matt's reaction to this going to be? Well, let's say that Sargon just wants to feed that ego and be a leader and get attention through Gamergate once again. What would Matt do in this situation? Well, let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go.
I'm the reason Donald Trump got elected. Triggers the libs, own the libs.
Oh, yeah. Matt is fucking down for this. I'm going to play that one more time, because I think that might be so retarded, you need to really take it in one more time.
I'm the reason Donald Trump got elected. Triggers the libs, own the libs.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but it was those based Kekarinos that got Donald Trump into the White House. Now, Matt, of course, is a liberal. He hates Donald Trump. But he wants to trigger the libs, own the libs. These people, what planet are the skeptics from? What fucking universe do these people exist in? Now, chat, would you like to see Mundane Matt's very gracious acceptance of Sargon's plan? Should we watch the video where Mundane Matt talks about how he's going to trigger the libs and own the libs? Would you like to see that? Would you lib status own, chat? You're right. They're getting fucking wrecked by the Boulder King, the Quarry King, Minecraft Matt. Should we pull it up? Should we pull it up and see how gung-ho he is about resurrecting a Gamergate? Okay, let me get this for you. Let me set the mood for how would this go if Monday and Matt ended up on Tucker Carlson. Well, probably like this. This is probably exactly how this would turn out. I don't know. I don't know. That's the face Tucker would be making, is this fat retard and sitting there talking about a dead hashtag from half a decade ago. But I'll pull the video up. I'll pull the video up so he can trigger the libs. Own the libs. Okay, now that's his apology talk. That's his apology. That's a long overdue talk from Monday and Matt.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Did he pull it down in embarrassment? No, he didn't. Okay.
This is.
Alrighty. I'll screen share this. Give me 1 second here to get it set up. In fact, I'm going to grab a drink. Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to go get a drink. Then we're going to look at Monday and Matt's amazing, humble acceptance of going on Tucker Carlson to trigger the libs. Alrighty. Okay, see, I wasn't gone that long. Alright. Pull that down. Can I just say, have you ever been embarrassed by somebody that could even be slightly politically aligned with you? Like, that people could even almost mistakenly think are politically aligned with you. I'm so glad that the skeptics have, on their little centrist fence, have just fallen off completely on the left. Because it's just fucking embarrassing. Monday and Matt and Sargon are embarrassing. Monday and Matt especially saying shit like that almost makes me want to become a liberal. Just to fuck with him. Just to fuck with this idiot. It's so how could you say shit like this and not feel like the world's biggest retard? Who says trigger the libs? Own the libs.
I'm the reason Donald Trump got elected. Trigger the libs, own the libs.
God help them if the left ever figures out all you have to do is make fun of these retards to shut them up. Because they're going to be in a really bad fucking spot, let me tell you. All right, here we go. It's time for Monday and Matt's amazing Gamergate 2 video. And him talking about Tucker Carlson and how they're going to own those fucking libs.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is my channel. And yesterday, something interesting happened. Sargon of Akkad went on the kill stream and discussed the concept, the I guess you could say the desire to bring Gamergate back, right? And it was kind of met with a bit of mockery. It was met with a bit of laughter. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of did the same as well.
Can you imagine being Sargon right now? Monday Matt, when he first heard your big boy, big brained idea, laughed at you. Monday Matt thought your idea was dumb. The Quarry King. Milquetoast Matt, the guy that reads news articles in a monotone voice so as not to offend his audience, thought the idea you came up with was fucking stupid. Just, ouch.
I sat there watching a clip of it later on, rolled my eyes a little bit, and just kind of thought to myself, what exactly did Steve Bannon say to Sargon during the interview to get him to want to kind of bring it back, right? And then, of course, later on, he did a stream where he clarified his thoughts on it and his desire to have Donald Trump tweet about Gamergate, to validate Gamergate, as well as to kind of really trigger the libs, trigger the snowflakes, and I think
I love that this guy says this shit. Listen to this shit. He actually says this out loud and never once thinks, do I sound dumb?
Tweet about Gamergate, to validate Gamergate, as well as to kind of really trigger the libs, trigger the snowflakes.
Trigger the libs.
And I think ultimately validate its existence, validate the last 4 years, and show that Gamergate really is not the monster, the boogeyman, the horrible entity that those on the left want it to be constantly. Keep saying that it is. Doesn't matter. 4 years it's been this terrible, horrible, nasty thing. And in his stream, he had made a comment about me going on, like his desire is for me to go on Tucker Carlson to
trigger the libs. Like, oh my God, these people. Well, we're going to keep watching it, but I'd like to remind you, this is what that would turn out to be. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the just dumbstruck nature of poor Tucker's face as he's sitting there listening to the most boring YouTuber on earth talk about a hashtag from 4 years ago related to video games and some chick fucking a bunch of guys? And just trying to comprehend why anyone on God's green earth would give a shit about that. That face, I don't even think comes close to capturing Tucker's confusion at what the fuck would be taking place. God, and I'd love it if this actually happened, if he brought up that church video. That would probably be the fucking headline.
Well, to explain Gamergate to the normies, I'm guessing, to Tucker's audience, right? To get the Tucker look of, and he says the reason why is because of where I was in regards to the starting of Gamergate. In his mind, I'm the catalyst for a lot of it.
He's kind of a big deal, guys. It's a title that's been laid at his feet. I don't know if you're all aware of this, but without Monday Matt, Gamergate never would have happened. It's sort of important. And I mean, because Gamergate is really his doing, and we all know Gamergate got Donald Trump elected, well, Monday Matt's responsible for Donald Trump being in the White House. He'll not so subtly bring that up.
And that is something I've never fully agreed with. I've always looked at it as one part of a larger series of dominoes. Not the first one. It was stuff that was brewing. It just happened to be kind of right place, right time sort of thing. And I laughed when I first heard about it. I did. I went back and listened to the clip a couple times, just like, what the hell is he thinking? People, of course, were saying to him, why Matt? Matt doesn't deserve it. Matt messed up. And he acknowledges that. And I'm part of me thinks this is something that he suggested as a way to kind of like redeem myself, like a redemption arc.
It's your redemption arc, Matt. You need to grab that ring of leadership. You need to bring Gamergate back into the light of the public. We need you, Boulder Boy, to go on to Tucker Carlson and tell him Zoe Quinn might have sucked some dicks. It's super important that the conservatives out there understand this. But we need you to do it, Matt. You're the only guy that can do it. A little bit of a redemption arc. Maybe the stepfather is trying to regain that position for one of his favorite capos. I don't know. But we'll continue.
And I laughed about that for a second too. But then I started thinking more about it. I started kind of going back over the last couple years. I started going over what started Gamergate, where things went, what we saw, what we experienced, and ultimately where things are now. And I'm not going to lie, as much as I don't want Gamergate 2.0 to happen, because I don't, I want Gamergate 1.0 to be vindicated in the eyes of the media.
Let me just put this out here. If there's any human being on the face of this fucking earth at this point in time that wants Gamergate to be vindicated, or is still tweeting about Gamergate, or still hashtagging about it, or still caught up in it, just get the fuck over it. It's been 4 years. Nobody cares. This is the same shit that happened with Chinology. People couldn't let it go. And then you get to the point where people just start making fun of you because you look stupid. Monday Matt desperately wants Gamergate to be vindicated. That's super important, because he needs to own the libs.
I don't want it to be vindicated specifically for right-leaning media. I don't know if the left is ever going to do it. I don't know if the SJW media, if that is ever going to acknowledge where things are, acknowledge that they had their own part to play in this, and that ultimately Gamergate was about ethics and games journalism. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. The likelihood of it happening is probably not. Even today, a writer.
Yes, Chad, he actually did say that. It's about ethics in games journalism. He's got some more gems in here, so just pay attention.
For Star Wars and for Marvel was fired over anti-Trump tweets. And he specifically named Comicsgate, as well as, hinted at Gamergate. And the article that I covered mentioned Gamergate. And of course, a lot of people online are mentioning Gamergate as being this boogeyman, this terrible entity that won this bit of the culture war. I hate to break it to all those people, but the vast majority of people in Gamergate were lefties.
Yeah, 4chan, where it kind of sort of originated, Matt. They're known for being super left-wing. V and Pol are known as liberal central on the internet. I think we can all agree on that. Super liberal. Super, super liberal. And they were doing it for ethics in games journalism. It's good Reddit reporting either. That's good job, Matt.
They were lefties. What we've seen is a large amount of right-leaning people coming over, and that's fine. I have nothing against that. But in the beginning, in the early days, with Not Your Shield and all those elements of it, it was predominantly filled with liberal individuals, left-leaning individuals. And those people still believe in the same core tenets of ethics in games journalism.
Now, doesn't that strike anybody as a little weird? That if Gamergate was super leftist, that Matt would be sitting here saying he wants to use Gamergate to own the libs and trigger the libs? Because if Gamergate is the libs, wouldn't they not appreciate that, Matt? I'm a little confused.
I don't know what Sargon's ultimate plan is, whatever he might be planning in the back of his mind, but the suggestion of me going on Tucker Carlson to explain it, to talk about Zoe Quinn, to talk about the false copyright strike, to talk about the fact that in her book, she doesn't name me by name. She only references my avatar, but she essentially says that Gamergate is what got Donald Trump elected. And also, I'm the reason Gamergate started. So in her mind, in this book, she insinuates in no uncertain terms that I'm the reason Donald Trump got elected.
Bask in his glory, chat. It wasn't the alt-right. It wasn't those based megapeds with their squeaking noises on Are the Donald. It wasn't all the shit posters on image boards. It wasn't all the people on Twitter. It wasn't all those conservatives doing grassroots shit. Zoe Quinn told him personally, Monday, Matt, you are the reason Donald Trump is in the White House. I need to get on my knees. I think I need to prostrate. Is that the right word? Well, I feel like something's up my ass right now. I need to lay down. I need to bow down before him. This man is a political mover and shaker. It's no wonder Sargon thought, I need him on my side. We need to get this go-getter on Tucker Carlson.
A left-leaning Bernie Sanders supporting idiot from the West Coast is the reason ultimately why Donald J. Trump became the 45th president of the United States. That is laughable. But that's a narrative. One that could be and should be laughed at on Tucker Carlson.
I need to go on Fox News to tell them I'm not the only reason that Donald Trump got into the White House. I'm trying to clear it up for you guys. I'm not the one saying it. Other people have laid that title at my feet. What a humble individual.
Now, I don't know if this will happen. I don't know if this will be a thing. I found it to be intriguing, and I've put my full support behind it. Sargon and I talked today. I put my support behind that aspect of it. I'll tell you what, I will be fair, though, in my criticism here. I don't fully trust anything Steve Bannon says, but I won't deny that the guy is very smart and that the guy does understand media and media manipulation.
It seems like Matt's under the impression that this is Steve Bannon's idea. That Steve Bannon told Sargon to do this. And it seems to be something Sargon didn't necessarily deny when he was on the kill stream. Kind of insinuating that he had talked to Bannon and that people in the know thought this was a super-based Kekarino Chatelet kind of idea. And that they needed a meme meister like Sargon and Mundane Matt the Boulder Boy to lead them into victory. I mean, you can't look at Kekistan and not see anything but success.
As well as how to work a crowd of people. He is a very intelligent person, and listening to him talk very, very, very much exemplifies that. And the way that he has been treated by a lot of people in the left-leaning media has been to distort how he says things in order to frame a narrative. So there's that. He's a smart man. But he also is the guy who sent Milo into Gamergate. He's also the guy who wanted Milo to co-opt it, to become its own personal army to help Donald Trump. That is true. That I don't like, because it took away from the core aspect of fighting for ethics in video game journalism.
Ethics in video game journalism. It was Milo that undermined it. Oh, if only Milo Yiannopoulos was never part of Gamergate. All the libs would have gone on to trigger the other libs. There would have been so much ownage going on. GG Police and Not Your Shield would have ushered in a new era of Bernie Sanders. I think Matt might have regrets for getting Trump elected. I think that's where this is going.
And what it brought with it were muckrakers and carpetbaggers, and people who suited or tried in some cases to pervert the narrative, to mess up the discourse, and to profit. And I never liked that. Not one damn bit. And I don't want to see that come back in any way, shape, or form. But the core tenets of what Gamergate was, the core tenets of what it was about 4 years ago, is something I still very much hold true in my heart. I want to see people like Stephen Totilo of Kotaku acknowledge that his staff did wrong. Not
who in the fuck cares anymore? Who gives a shit? Hulk Hogan body slammed Gawker. Hulk Hogan and the Hulkamaniacs kicked Gawker's ass. Why do you need Stephen Totilo of Kotaku, which I think is owned by Telemundo now, to say, you know what, Matt? You're totally right. You've totally owned the libs, Matt. Kotaku's very sorry. We're sorry, Matt, that you owned us so hard.
Through hand-waving, which is what he did essentially in the beginning, but through actually acknowledging that Patricia Hernandez did wrong. Now, they did acknowledge that she did not disclose when she was covering games that were created by her friend, also her live-in girlfriend at the time. Those were uncovered by people in Gamergate. Deepfreeze.it exists to expose corruption in games journalism, unethical people in games journalism. Deepfreeze.it should be the bane of those people's existence, because it always pays attention, and those actions are still taking place, and it's still being run to this day. And that is a valuable asset. Something like that should be getting a lot more airtime. People should know about that. And that is what I think Sargon is attempting to do. I think Sargon is wanting to take the fight.
You know what I just noticed? He hashtagged it. Matt's already committed as much as he can be committed. He hashtagged his fucking video. Gamergate. There we go. What a sad motherfucker. These guys are living in the past. Jesus.
To the media. We had a little bit of it 4 years ago. We had Breitbart, but Breitbart was small. Now things have moved. Things have shifted. Now Bannon is in play. Again, I am not sure how I feel about that. But now Bannon is in play in some respects. And he has connections. There's a specific reason why Sargon had mentioned Tucker Carlson and why Sargon mentioned me and Tucker Carlson. There's a specific reason for that. I don't quite know what it is yet, but I know Carl well enough to know that he doesn't say things like that without there being some kind of idea in his head.
Oh, here's his idea. That's the idea he's got.
I'm game. I understand that my desire for ethics in games journalism and other people's desire to fight the culture war overlap. Gamergate ultimately results in a Venn diagram situation. I get that. And that's fine. I don't agree with it, but it's fine. What I want to see, if we go back into this fight, if we take it to the media to try to change the narrative, because I am tired. I am tired of being listed as being white supremacist, racist, bigoted boogeymen, because I want there to be ethics in video game journalism. And to give you guys an idea.
That's like the fourth time he's talked about it, but I think you get the idea. I won't make you listen to the whole thing. It's 16 minutes. We're 9 minutes into it. This motherfucker has said ethics in video game journalism like 5 times. 5 fucking times. He's got that hashtag right in front of the video. Right in front of the video. So Sargon pitches his idea, does a follow-up stream, says it's a great idea, wants to get Mundane Matt on board. Mundane Matt's more than willing to jump on board to fight for the noble cause of ethics in games journalism. At the same time, Sargon is getting some support behind him. Now, what kind of support is Sargon getting? Well, he's got the furry vote. You're going to love this. Now, for the longest time after Sargon had did his Hello Jim stream, all his little capos, his number one circle, had said, Sargon is not calling Jim a pedophile. He wouldn't do that. He's calling him a child groomer. And then Sargon went on to say, no, Jim's an emotional pedophile. Yet, what do you know in the live stream he did as his follow-up to the kill stream? He favorites this comment. True, but at least he isn't a pedophile, like Jim. Ooh, Carl. Hurtful. It's very hurtful. But I suppose it depends on the child, huh, Sargon? Now, this particular person apparently had a bit of a conniption fit. Wasn't content with just saying this on YouTube. Decided he wanted to spam it all over Twitter as well. Well, I found out who he was. What do you know? He is a liberalist furry. Now, our little liberalist furry named Caruso? Who cares, I guess? I don't know. Decided to block me immediately after I started making fun of him. But one thing led to another. And what do you know? He decides to come on the kill stream as well. Because it's not enough just to make fun of Sargon for an evening. I get to shit on his liberalist furry group too. And there's a little bit of a surprise here. I don't want to ruin it for you by jumping ahead of the clip, but I think you're going to be surprised by what we find out about our little furry friend here. Can you maybe guess where it's going? We'll find out in a second. I'm going to read a few more super chats, and then we're going to take like a 2-minute break, and we'll get back in and we'll start up with the live stream of our little furfag friend here. So let me pull this up. Give me a second. Working with technology, you're an old boomer. It's difficult. All right, where are we? Where did I leave off? There was Okay, I think we're right here. Foxman2248, what is the reason for you not wanting merch? I just don't see a reason for it right now. I'm not opposed to it. It's just, what am I going to sell people? A hat with 5 stars on it? I mean, you could go buy a marker, buy a black hat, and draw 5 stars on it. And maybe one day, but I'm no rush to do that. Llama Dirk, is Jade everything goblins, or is Jade enjoying Goblin Slayer? I have no idea. I don't know. Is that a game or an anime? I'm not sure. Zontar, thoughts on the new Senran Kagura anime adaptation? Haven't seen it. Energies X, why does your girl like Hitler? Well, when we first met and started dating, she was pretty much a Redditor, which I am not. I mostly browse image boards. And one in particular that I browse, amongst others, is Poll. So she started browsing it, and took like a month. The thing you need to know about Asians is they are inherently racist. I mean, they make even the most ardent white supremacists look reasonable. She went full in. She likes Poll, and she likes Hitler. Immigrant shit. Jim, teach Ralph how to start a stream on white people time. I do not know why he always has difficulty, but he does. Definitely Lex. Jim, the chat is demanding Jade constantly after your comments on the Venti stuff. Your thoughts on her appearing in the future. Her thoughts. She has no interest, really. She got a little hot under the collar in regards to the Venti stuff. All I know is it is disastrous when you bring a girlfriend or a wife or a significant other on stream with you. I can't think of a single time that it's ever worked out for somebody. It ends in disaster in some way or another. So probably not going to happen. Jim, you sound a bit tired. What's up? No, I'm doing good. It's a nice relaxed stream today. There's no huge anger here because we're not talking about furries raping puppies or molesting children. Well, at least not yet. We haven't gotten to Karasai, or whatever the fuck his name is. O'Reilly, Animal Control is such an underrated board, pure gold, to be honest. Yeah, it is pretty good. EH, have you pre-ordered Red Dead 2 yet, Goy? No, I have not. Mobile Crusader, Jim, don't tell anyone you wouldn't go bouldering on Monday Matt. Incredibly cut body. I would not. Shakaralaski Sisikor, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Jim, tribe like acorn, fall off tree, not grow big like strong oak, but eat by squirrel. Word of wisdom. SS, where can we submit fan artwork for you? Mine Oberstun Bonfuhr, I probably butchered that as well. You can send it to my good friend Mr. Anti-Bully on Twitter. That's at Mr. Anti-Bully. That should all be one word, I believe, I think. Let me double check. Yep, that's all one word. Mr. spelled out completely, M-I-S-T-E-R, Anti-Bully. Feel free to send it to him, and he will pass it along to me. You know, maybe we should do art contests. There are a lot of people that end up watching this. I'm sure amongst you there are a few artists. Maybe make something fun. Have an art contest. Let's do that now. You know what? In fact, fuck it. I will get back to Super Chats in 1 second. We're gonna do a Sunday Funday art contest. We'll see how it goes. If we're gonna do these fucking things on Sunday, that gives you a week. Gives you a week to work on it. So let me change this for a second. The first official art contest. There we are. Now it's official. You can see the fucking text scrolling across the screen. All right, artists. Those of you that are artistically inclined, what should our first art contest be about? You know what? I have the perfect idea. I want you to draw me your best Donga tribe. And I want you to try to include a few elements. I want a magic fireplace, which is what a Donga tribe member would call a computer. And I want them to be dancing for super berries. That is our first art contest. I'll put up the best 3. You know what? I don't know how many we're going to get. Let's say the best 10. And I'll let the audience vote on it. And whoever wins, I don't know, I'll send you a $50 gift card to something. Or I'll buy you like a $50 game on Steam. We'll work something out and get it out. But we'll do a Donga tribe picture. Got to include a magic fireplace. They have to be dancing for super berries and go crazy. I'll let chat vote on it next week. You've got a week until, obviously the next Sunday Funday. Winner gets a $50 something. Steam game or gift card or some goddamn thing. I don't know. We'll work it out. So there you go. That's the first official art contest for the Sweetie Squad. So get to it. Hopefully you'll enjoy drawing that. I'm sure Jade will do it as well, because who doesn't like a Donga tribe picture? All right. Get back to this now. Oh, and if you're going to send them in, send them to at Mr. Anti-Bully. My good friend will take those pictures. I will collect them all with your Twitter name, I guess, and then we'll vote on them next week. From Trues, Jim, what are your thoughts on Goblin Slayer? I think I've already read that one. I don't know what you're talking about. White Void 43, the 28th birthday is great because of Sunday Funday. Hail Boogie 1488 and gas the furries. Oh, happy birthday. Soma, please stop dead naming Sharat. Her name is Davida Sharat, and she is queen, and Fake Ross is her king. I will stop dead naming Davida. Goblina Miller, R.I.P. Philip Marma. Jim, could you ask Sue to feed Nana? Sue, could you please feed Nana? Spindaboy, loving the Sunday streams, but it'd be nice if you still put out the videos you promised. Yes, I had a video that was going to be coming out on BetterHelp, mostly focusing on Philip DeFranco. Had a bit of a hard drive issue. And then I got sidetracked by just the overwhelming fucking amount of autism, which is kind of what we're recapping today. I don't know if a lot of people that follow me knew about a lot of the streams that went on, but there was one with Diogenes, there was one with Sargon, there was one with the person we're going to be looking at next. It was like every fucking day there was somebody spurging out. So I got a little distracted, but we will be back on schedule soon. God Eater, Cast the Kikes, Waste Rar Now. I'm guessing Google is putting or implementing better filters because people are trying to get creative with it. Spurgmeister, do you still smoke marijuana? And does Asian puss feel like the inside of a fish's mouth? I do not really smoke pot very much, and I drink occasionally. And Asian puss does feel amazing, but I would not compare it to a fish's mouth. Wood's Hot. Hey Jim, Fellow boomer here. Did you ever use local BBS systems before the internet took over? Love the streams. Haven't been entertained or so entertained for a while. Yes, bulletin board systems I did use. Half blind. Jim, how much did the CIA Nigers pay you to run Terry over with your train? They paid me quite a great deal. Ronson, hello, me old chum. I'm Ganot a Ganolf. I'm Ganot a Ganoblin. I'm a gnome, and you've been gnomed. Mako Horror Show. Hey, Jim, I've been loving the streams. Any updates on when you will start your school shooter series? Yeah, there's a lot of shit that I'm kind of needing to get to. Hopefully things calm down a bit now. Now that Sargon's been lulled back into slumber after being laughed at, I think things should be calm enough where I'm not going to be interrupted on my fucking schedule. Patrick Abramsep? Hold on, my screen is dirty. Abramson. Hey, Jim, have you... Okay, you keep asking me about Goblin Slayer. No, I have not. Suit yourself. Ever heard of a new free speech platform that bans and blocks you based on ideology and asking questions? Check out Free Zoxy. Lots of fun. Lita Ozma. Jim, thank you for grooming me. Question, we all know you smoke Camels. As a Camel smoker, what brand of Camel do you prefer? I actually used to like Camel Red quite a bit, but it is impossible to find. Read a few more of these, take a quick break, and we'll get into the furry. Coffin Joe, Gang Weeders Rise 666. Okay. No, that wouldn't be a social security number. All right. Gang Weeders Rise 666 420 69 1488. Not sure what that sequence of numbers would be. It's too much for a phone number and too much for a social, so I feel fine. I feel fine putting it out there. Underwater Alex Jones, Jim, myself, and the entire 14-8 gang would like to extend an invite for you to join us on Heel Turn for a good, fun chat. Maybe if I got time coming up, but I really do have to get caught up on my fucking schedule. Bagel Goose, Gamergate 2, Electric Boogaloo. Roach Dog Jr., Metokur is this is so smart. Sargon played Gamergate 2. Read two more here. Random Asshole, Red Dead Redemption 2 will have the most realistic horse testicles. They shrink in the cold. You think Kirill will be pawing to them when it comes out? Oh, you know he will. And finally, Super Hans, did you go easy on Sargon on that stream? You gave him a few light jabs, but nothing to really make him cry. In regards to that, I mean, his idea was so fucking dumb, right? His idea was so stupid. You didn't really need to go in hard on him. Like, the shit he said himself was so retarded. What else are you going to do to compare to that? Oh, we got a big spender. I'll read this one off before we go and then start up a small break. Jim, I respect your give no fucks attitude. I wish you and your Asian girlfriend well. I had some big, long anti-Sargon text, but it won't send, so whatever. That's from Laser Person. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, and thank you for the donation. All right, let us take a small break. I'm going to take a couple minutes. We'll get back, and we will be taking a look at the liberalist furry, known as Karasu. And believe me, it's worth the wait. It is worth the wait. Let me put this up here real quick. There's some people popping in. Know that we're taking a small break. Just like 2-3 minutes, nothing much. Put on a little music in the background. And then we will come back and we will continue off. All right. Let me think. What would be a good song? What would everybody love on this stream? Can I find any Barney music? Some MLP music, perhaps. Oh yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just put this back on. If I can find it.
J Squad.
Okay, there we go. Be back in a few.
Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find
Okay, and we're back. By the way, that's Blue's Clues, the first Clue remix by Remix Maniacs. They were nice enough to be cool with me using it, at least last time, so hopefully they don't mind this time. I don't have like a great selection of music tracks. I'm not at the kill stream level where they've got their own themed music yet. But it works for a break. Alright, let me find... I'm pretty sure I bookmarked this. I hope you're all ready for the amazing journey we're going to be taking when we look at what this little liberalist furry had to say. So we pull this up. We'll get this started here in a second. Okay. That is going to take a second to load. While that's doing it, I'll read a few more, like 5 more super chats here, and then we'll jump into it. Oh, let me just double check audio. Okay. From Xenophag Uprising, Gamers, yes society, rising up, no society, telling lies, no society, open your mouth, bottom text. Existential Crisis, Jim, I've been meaning to ask, it's been like 2 or 3 days since the kill stream, and I need to know. Did you ever get your appetizer? No, I did not. It's the worst waitstaff I've ever encountered. This is why I go to TGIF. Fuck Applebee's. Troy Fowler, F you, Jim. I'm a gamer too, and we need hashtag Gamergate to save the West and my video games. Maybe they can blow up South Korea too. For posterity, talk a little bit about why you see the biggest problems, or what the... Let me try this again. I will bumble my way through it. For posterity, talk a little bit about what you see as the biggest problems that are in our society right now. I think it's mass immigration and demographics. Sargon is too weak. Do you really want me to talk about this? Usually I kind of focus on diaper furs and retards on the internet. But if you want my take on the biggest problems in society, I think one of the largest ones we faced is probably... Well, how would I put this? I've talked about it before. I think, and this is probably generational, and it's probably a reaction. It seems almost like every generation is, or tries to be, the opposite of the one that came before it. But I think, because of all the Gen Xers and the latchkey kids, that we grew up with a generation of millennials that are very social justice minded, because they grew up in a society where they were told, see, I'm doing that, gamers rise up. They grew up in a society that basically coddled them. Everything was safe for them. Everybody got a participation trophy. And then you add in technology with social media where they can basically go into an echo chamber and never be wrong and always told that they're right. And it's just this, self-feeding cycle that leads to just massive narcissism and ego, where they can't relate to anybody else. And then they kind of become segregated from the real world and caught up in their own little delusional subgroups. I don't know. Is that big brain enough for you? I don't know. Fuck it 420, blaze them up. The Stacy's gotta learn, fuck the Chads. Clan Green, TMZ reports that Boogie died. Very sad. Mr. Dr. Crow Sargon is in need of a Tard Wrangler. And finally, Spatial Seer. How do you get so well at debating? I'm not that well at debating. It's just the majority of people that I've talked to are fucking retards. If I went up against somebody that was well-educated and well-spoken and wasn't a spastic idiot, I probably wouldn't do that well. It just so happens that a majority of the people that I run into on the internet are fucking retarded. Okay. Now let us begin with our story of the fur fag. Now this was the liberalist furry. Let me just remind everybody, in case you're just joining, that put this comment out there. Jim is a pedophile. Then followed it up on their Twitter account with like 20 tweets saying the same thing. Then when I started making fun of him, blocked me. But for whatever reason, he was convinced to come onto the kill stream. And so this is the conversation that followed. I'll play a little bit. You tell me if you want to hear more. I think. But let's find out what I discovered about our liberalist furry. You're going to hear it in the first couple minutes.
What's up, Jim? How's it going, man?
Oh, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, man.
Okay, hold on.
Ralph's muted.
Yeah, I can't hear anybody else.
Okay,
Yeah.
it should be okay now. It should be okay.
There we
now.
go.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I got a furry that kept escalating things, so he made it seem like he was like, somebody's like, why don't you settle it on the kill stream? And he's like, well, Jim won't even talk to me. So I was like, all right, I asked, and you said yes. So
what's the backstory on this exactly?
let me give you the backstory on this. So if you look at my timeline, that YouTube comment was by this guy. The one where it's, Jim's a pedophile that Sargon favorited.
Oh, yeah, we did show that earlier, yeah.
Yeah, and then somebody else shot me over something from his Twitter account where he's just going on like 30 tweets screaming about me being a child molester. So I looked at his Twitter and I looked at his YouTube, and it's the same username. So I Googled it, and I found a Fur Affinity account. And on the Fur Affinity account, let me just pause it here, chat. What do you think I found on the Liberalist Furries Fur Affinity account? Take a wild fucking guess. What do you think? Yeah, Jim is playing Jim right now. What do you think I found on this particular intellectual's Fur Affinity account? Just take a wild guess. Just throw it out there. What could possibly have been on this? Remember, he's going around screaming that I'm a pedophile, and he's a liberalist furry Sargonite. What do you think was hidden in his favorite section of his Fur Affinity? Oh, I see a lot of guesses. I'm seeing a lot of guesses for what people think it might be. Let's find out. Pictures of like fucking Shota, basically like cub porn. So like pictures of very young furries, in thongs and shit, riding bananas and sucking on pacifiers and shit like that. They're pictures of like tails bent over, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, get wholesome.
Uh-oh. Could it turn out that the furry liberalist might actually be the thing he's accusing others of? I don't know. I should also note that when I looked at his Fur Affinity, I was not logged in because I don't fucking use Fur Affinity. But apparently, if you log in, he had quite a bit of artwork that wasn't viewable as just a normal person stumbling on the website. And it goes far beyond cubs riding bananas and sucking on pacifiers. But let's hear what this fine gentleman sounds like. I hope you like sassy gay men. So he got really upset once I found that, and then he's like, "Oh, you're doxing me." Then he started screaming, "You need to dox yourself so we can be sure you're not on the sex offender registry."
Yeah. Why would Sargon favorite a comment like that?
I love it was a joke, right? Earlier today, and other people were saying it. Like a lot of people were saying, "Oh, I wonder if Sargon tribe and Furry tribe will make an alliance." Well, here we go. He's so dumb. Sargon is so dumb. He tries that black PR shit, and it literally is pulled on him 3 days later, and he still is oblivious to. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know how somebody can be so stupid. But his name on Twitter, Ralph, if you want to try to get a hold of him, is Karusi. All right, our favorite little furry is about to enter. Be prepared to be stunned by his high intellect and high test levels.
On the Discord, if that might be them, actually.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, because he blocked me initially, and then he unblocked me.
Oh yeah, I do. I see them. Karusi, 1985.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. This will be
fun to me, but.
Here we go. All right, let me turn them down just a little bit. All right. Unexpected.
This is going to be good.
I said it keeps falling in our laps. What can you do? Karusi, 1985, you should unmute yourself. You don't? Okay. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, here we go. You said Metokur wouldn't talk to you. Well, here he is.
Here we are. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you fine.
Okay, so what's with spazzing out and screaming that I'm a pedophile, and then you've got a Fur Affinity with cubs riding bananas?
No, can you explain to me for just a moment why you have 500 people messaging me at the same time? Just do me that favor and answer that. I'll be happy to answer your question.
Okay, well, that'd be fantastic, girl. If you look at my timeline, I'm not talking to anybody else but you. You've been the only person I've been talking to for the last hour. So I don't know how I got anybody. I don't know how I got anybody to do anything to you.
I'm not stupid. Nobody is that.
I don't know if we could. I don't know if we could say that. I don't know if a smart person would go around calling somebody a pedophile and they've got pictures of cubs riding bananas on their Fur Affinity.
You are. You are a pedophile, are you not?
No, I'm not. I don't have a Fur Affinity with cubs riding bananas like you do, sir.
Okay. Are you sure? Do you not?
Am I sure that I don't have a fur affinity with cubs riding bananas? Yes, I'm pretty sure on that.
I see. So you're not on the sexual predator list, is that right?
That would be correct.
How do I know?
I don't know. Are you telepathic? Are you law enforcement? Like, I don't know. How would you know?
I don't know because I don't know your real name. What's your real name?
Oh, jeez. Let me jump out there and tell it to you. This is a very smart strategy. You've learned well from the stepfather.
I don't call him the stepfather because I am not a sycophant like you.
Little interjection here before we continue on. Turns out he is a bit of a sycophant. Big fan of Sargon's. Also big fan of the Liberalists. He actually had a tweet before he deleted everything. Spoiler alerts. He deleted fucking everything after this conversation. His Twitter account, his Fur Affinity account, all of it. But, he wanted to name the Liberalists the Freedomists, an even more retarded variation. He thought that was going to be amazing. Just wanted to put that out there. I'll play a few more minutes and then I'll pull the chat and see if you guys want to hear more of this. Hear more of this amazing furry. I know I need to start hosting these on my own channel so you can listen to them, but they pop up so frequently. And usually Ralph is a great place to do it because he does this every weeknight. But we'll continue. You're not a sycophant. You just go around, sucking Sargon's cock. I'm not spamming you.
There is a reason that I created this account specifically so that you could not do this to me. So could you stop, please?
Do what to you? Respond to you when you say stupid shit? Well, that's going to be difficult on the internet for you if you think special accounts exist where people aren't going to call you retarded for acting retarded.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that you're calling somebody a pedophile when you have pictures of cubs riding bananas on your Fur Affinity.
Yeah, where do you get the pedophile thing from exactly? I mean, I hate to jump in. I know you guys are having a discussion.
I was just fucking with him. It worked, didn't it?
Oh, no, this has turned out well for you. I think this is a good idea. I think this has played out spectacularly. Really, this has been right up there. I mean, this is not as good as Gamergate 2, but it's close up there.
You have a bully cabal that you have created to attack me.
Bully cabal. Outer heaven of Sweetie Squad. I don't know, chat. I am particularly fond of Sweetie Squad, but should we go with Bully Cabal instead? I gotta pull chat on this. What exactly are we? Press 1 if you think Sweetie Squad. Press 2 if you like Bully Cabal better. I'm split on this. I don't know which way to go with it. Bully Cabal or Sweetie Squad, you tell me. We'll let this continue and I'll tell you the results in a minute.
What else would you call it?
I'd call it the Sweetie Squad. We spread hugs and love across the internet.
Bullshit. You know that's not true. You know what you're doing.
What about name the bully? No. Name the bully for a fake. Bully Hunter will help you.
I don't know. Let's see. Darty is currently randomly messaging me bullshit.
I'm seeing a lot of ones, seeing a few twos, but it looks like Sweetie Squad it stays.
I don't either, no.
Well, he works for you.
He works.
Well, I've got many mercenaries in my outer heaven. I mean, I do employ a lot of sweeties in my Sweetie Squad.
Do you condemn their actions?
I do not condemn any actions.
Okay, so then you are basically the leader of a bully cabal.
Well, if I were to disavow or avow any actions, that would mean I'm taking responsibility for them. But since they're free agents working under their own will, I can't really pass judgment on what they do or don't do, can I?
You're a bully. That's how bullies work, and you know that's how bullies work.
Bullies work by letting people express their free will? That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Oh, how disingenuous of you. You know what you're doing. You know you're a bully because you've probably been a bully your entire life.
Okay, chat. Let me pull you now. Now, this video, this interaction that I had with our liberalist fur fag, it gets more retarded. He's pretty fucking stupid. But it's about 40 minutes. We're about 8 minutes into it. Do you want to hear more of this? Do you want to hear more of our brave liberalist furry Karasu take on the bully cabal, known as the Sweetie Squad, otherwise known as Digital Outer Heaven? Or are you not interested? I don't know how interested you are in retarded furries. If you want more retarded furry action, I will let this fucker play, and we can laugh at this retard. Up to you. Seeing a few no's, gotta be honest, but I'm seeing a lot of yeses. We'll play a little more, maybe another 5 minutes, poll again and see what you think. Let's continue and see where our big brain liberalist fur fag goes next. And who am I bullying exactly? Oh wait, the guy with the cub porn on his Fur Affinity account.
I mean, here's the question. Is it illegal? Even if I do have, which by the way...
Let me just interrupt this and just state, if you're in a conversation like this, where you've been basically outed as being a degenerate, don't follow it up with the question, well, is it illegal? Is it illegal that I'm into fucked up perverse shit? Is it illegal that I like to look at pictures of cubs riding bananas and sucking on baby pacifiers? Is it illegal that I want to watch Tails get fucked in the ass by Sonic? It's probably not the best tactic to go with, but our little furry went with it anyway.
If you didn't know, Fur Affinity pretty much bans cub porn, like a dragon.
I did not know that. No, I didn't. I'm not up.
Well, it's a picture of a youngish. It's a picture of a. I'll try to describe it as best I can. It's a picture of a youngest. I'm guessing a wolf and a Speedo riding a banana, sucking a lollipop, with what looks like either lube or a baby bottle behind him, behind his right foot. I mean, that's about the best description I could give of it.
Okay. And is it illegal?
Is it illegal? Well, I don't know. I mean, how are we? I don't know if anybody's made a ruling about cubs riding bananas in the U.S. courts. I couldn't tell you.
We have precedent on this. Yes.
So basically, what you're saying is you're going after me for what you have perceived to be just this thing that you don't like, because you have this crusade against furries.
My bully crusade. You know, I've noticed a very high proportion of responses ever since I did the Kiro streams and the Kiro videos of people accusing me of... Sargon did this too, by the way, in the Ralph stream. When I told him that basically he was the death of any movement and that he wanted more bodies on the pyre, I told him he co-opted and destroyed things. He tried to say to me that I was a bully and that I was going after fur fags. And I've noticed that a lot. I've noticed a lot of furries getting very indignant about the fact that I said you shouldn't, decapitate puppies for your sexual pleasure. That's wrong. And I think this guy falls in that camp, because he got really upset at the Kiro shit. He got really upset at making fun of Sargon, and when you put those two together, it made our little freedomist furry flip the fuck out. My bully cabal crusade, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. You have a crusade against furries right now. I understand that. I do. And this isn't about being a furry.
What when you say against furries, what furries are we talking about? I mean, what is my crusade against? Since you seem to be so familiar with it.
At this point, like you have created a witch.
A witch hunt for what, though? Is what I'm asking. What am I going after?
Well, I found it odd that you are so good at finding pedophiles, which was why I called you a pedophile. It was because it was funny. Because who better to find a pedophile than someone with a guilty conscience?
Somebody go tell Chris Hansen. We know his dark, dirty secret. We know what's going on in MSNBC with To Catch a Predator. Clearly, Chris Hansen is the uber pedophile because Karasu has dropped that logic bomb on us. Well, a lot of yucks in there, but I'm not the one that leaked the logs of the Kiro stuff, and I'm not the one that posted them. I merely read them because I found them to be horrendous.
Logs of what? I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Well, you said I'm leading a witch hunt, and we're talking about the Kiro leaks in which people were decapitating puppies and fucking their skulls, and talking about molesting.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with. That has nothing to do with me. Why am I in this?
You just said I'm leading a furry witch hunt, but you keep neglecting to bring up the fact that the furries we're talking about molest children and kill animals for their sex pleasure.
That's nice. You caught me in that wide net. You have made it your mission.
Where did I make it? You're the one running around calling me a pedophile, and then you get angry when I find out you've got cub porn on your fur affinity. Well, hey, it's funny to me. It's funny to me that the guy that calls me a pedophile turns out to have a bunch of cub porn on his fur affinity. I guess we're just laughing. We're both. Well, I'm very much laughing. My troll cabal, my bully brigade is laughing right now. Yes.
Yes. I mean, they really are. They are enjoying what they're doing to me because they've got nothing better to do. Because they enjoy
I guess that's what bully brigades and trolls would do. Yeah, I suppose they kill them time on an evening.
You admit that you have created a bully brigade. You're bullying people.
See, this is what furries are known for. By the way, they did this back in the day too. You're bullying and harassing me. They cry victim all the time. This is a retard that ran around slinging out accusations. And then when you look at his fur affinity account, he's got all sorts of fucked up shit with little foxes and bears getting butt fucked. And then he gets all angry when you laugh at him for it and say, wait a minute, it looks like maybe you're a degenerate. And then it goes into you're bullying me. He was all, it's an epic troll and super laughs until people started looking at his fucked up shit on Fur Affinity and Ink Bunny and all the other sites. Then it wasn't so funny for him anymore. Weird how that works.
Because it's funny to you.
I'm bullying people because it's funny to me. Again, you keep neglecting the key point of people decapitating puppies and fucking their skulls and molesting little children.
That has nothing to do with me. Why has that got anything to do with me? Explain.
Why would you call it a free witch? Why would you call it a free witch hunt then? If that's what we're discussing, why would you call that a free witch hunt? Well, you're the dude screaming pedophile at people with cub porn on your Fur Affinity, dum-dum. Think it through. Are you stupid? How dumb are you? God, why are furries so fucking stupid? It's, to really highlight how stupid he is, and this is luckily we have time stamps on this particular video. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. I want you to try to follow the logic of this. Because he had a lot of trouble with it. He had a lot of difficulty really understanding my point. But let's see what a typical Sargonite liberalist fur fag thinks, how their brain operates.
He was a pedophile.
I said, going by your logic, if I am a disgusting about you, huh? That attacks other pedophiles because he has a guilt.
Furry I have 93 notifications and 20 messages right now. Like, it is.
I love this. Listen to this shit. No, his audience is a bunch of shitlords that think they're defending Papa Jim and will notice them. I'm not walking anything back. Jim is a disgusting pedophile that attacks other pedophiles because he has a guilty conscience.
Then he also
by your logic, right? By your logic, if I'm a disgusting pedophile that only attacks other pedophiles, then I must be right about you, huh?
He also said, I see, so you aren't going to release your real name so we can know you aren't on the sex offender registry. Is that right? That was another.
Stop. Catch him in what he just said. He just admitted he was a pedophile.
I said, going by your logic, if I am a disgusting pedophile, then I must be correct in attacking you, and you must be a pedophile, right? By your logic, you're admitting you're a pedophile because I'm attacking you.
Are you a pedophile? Answer the question.
I just told you I wasn't, but by your logic, I am. So if I'm attacking you and that's what you believe, you must be a pedophile, correct? He had a lot of difficulty really digesting that. Couldn't really wrap his little fur fag brain around it. Thought that was, God, they're dumb. God, they're stupid. I don't know if it's mostly because he's a furry or mostly because he's a Sargon fan, but he is fucking retarded. It was like talking to a handicapped person. During the this was a 50-minute conversation with somebody that was mentally handicapped. But we'll jump around a little bit because he's got some really dumb fucking thoughts. Let's see. Let's try this.
At this point, I already know everything about you I need to know.
Do you, sassy gay man?
You were a scam asshole.
Oh, I'm an asshole. I bet you want to just lick it, don't you, girlfriend? It's an asshole. It's presenting itself to you. I bet it's delicious.
Look, I'm not like the guy that molested you when you were a child. So, maybe show me respect.
Oh, God, furfags are spectacular. They're genius. They're so smart. Let me see if I can find this. He had one really hot take that was quite remarkable. Quite fucking remarkable. I think it's somewhere in here. Can I ask you, do you think Anita Sarkeesian was bullied?
As much as she says she was? Fuck no.
Well, why not? I mean, she had all these bully jerks, these bully brigades after her, right? I mean, she was a victim. What about Zoe Quinn?
I guarantee she probably had some of this same shit.
So she was a victim, right?
It really didn't. Was she a victim of what? Like,
of bullying.
Am I saying that I'm getting death threats and things like that nature? I might be, actually.
So you're kind of like Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn. I gotcha. Okay. You're really batting 1,000 tonight. I think you're impressing the crowd. I think they're on your side. I think you're winning them over. I might be losing this one. Hit us with the deep shit. That he is basically doing what Anita Sarkeesian did. He is going to... yes, you are correct. Sargon is doing what Anita Sarkeesian did. You fucking called it. Thank you. You said it perfectly.
Went to the EU. I mean... Went to the EU and actually spoke there. Like, he is actually doing activism, and that's the only thing that you can't do, because all the people following you, all they care about is laughing at people on the internet.
I know, it's so weird. Why would there be a group of people dedicated to laughing at retards? I think you've got me. I am deeply jealous that Sargon of Akkad is behaving just like Anita Sarkeesian. I wish I could do that, but something holds me back. Maybe it's a moral compunction. Maybe it's just self-awareness. I don't know what it is, but that's a strikingly hot take from a Sargon fan. That people are jealous of him because he's acting like Anita Sarkeesian. Brilliant. Bravo. That is some big brain shit that I think we've all come to expect. From Sargonites, from the liberalists, from the furfags. Hot take. Hot take. Now, we're getting near the end of the conversation. I've been jumping around a little bit. And he's a little nervous. He's getting a lot of attention now. And it didn't work out well for him, I guess, because he deleted fucking everything. But he wanted me to give a special PSA for him, which I was more than happy to oblige with.
People, when you tell people, just don't.
How would I control other people? Can you control other people? Do you have a special ability we should know about? It's like X-Men kind of thing? Are you Jean Grey? The furry Jean Grey?
I think it helps. I think it really does help when you tell people. When you tell people, just don't.
Like, for you, buddy, you know what? I'm going to put it out there. Hey, everybody, just don't. Just don't. They know what it's about. Just don't. I gave you 3. I gave you 3 right there. Here's a 4th one. Just don't. Hopefully that coded message is clear.
Oh, I mean, like I said, I'm more than happy to go ahead and I want to go to bed, okay?
You go to sleep. You get some rest.
There's a sarcasm for you right there. Oh, I'm so
sleepy. Oh, it's so tiring.
How long do you want me for? Because no,
it's fine. I think we've had a good conversation. I think this has been something special.
Well, like I said, all I'm asking is just call off your dogs. That would be cool.
Well, they're not my dogs, really but I mean, I did throw that special message out for you. Hey, everybody, just don't. Just don't, just don't. And that was the end of our little furry friend before he deleted fucking everything and changed usernames on certain accounts that he couldn't just outright delete. He sat during the stream, I missed the clip, but basically telling everybody he loved the attention. It was great. He wanted some more attention. You know, he's just having some yucks. Super meme meister. You know, a jokester. Apparently my words of wisdom of just, hey guys, just don't, weren't enough for him. Because he deleted fucking everything and ran away. Another brave liberalist out there saving the West. Yiffing it up one fur fag at a time. With his cub porn. Cubs riding bananas and sucking on pacifiers. Calling other people degenerate. Brilliant. Beautiful. Big-brained. That is how I would describe this core audience of The Stepfather. These fucking people. This is like a daily occurrence, by the way. If you ever wonder why I'm behind on schedule, or what the fuck is going on, it's because I keep stumbling across idiots like this. These fucking retarded fur fags, or dumbass liberalists, or stupid-ass Sargonites, or the skeptics in general. I need to dedicate more time to streaming or something. I don't know, because these fuckers keep popping up almost daily at this point. But we've got some super chats. I'll read through some of these. Continue on in a bit here. Let's see. There was TMZ reporting that Boogie is dead. Again, tragic. From Spartan Z261, some shekels for my favorite pedo hunter. Just found out a coworker, 2 sons were Nick baited by their cousin. Hopefully they get some justice. Foxman2248, Jim, thanks so much for caring about us all. We love you. Aaron, it's kind of hard to listen to Sargon talk now. It is a bit difficult to listen to. But we're going to be listening to some more caps from that conversation he had with Millennial Woes, where he tells him his big-brained ideas, so buckle up. Banky Culture, gamers rise up. Toaster Ninja, donating money to Jim to save the gamer race. VG Nerd, more dopamine, laugh my ass off. Jim, you gotta get on TDS again. Talk about we was individuals and shit. Ninja Guy, we need to make Gamergate 2.0, but make it all about harassing women in video games. That's a new hot take. From Laser Person, spell checking his last super chat with your instead of you are. Thank you, I guess. Joey Jojo, I just wanted to enjoy anime titties, Opie for life. Orchard, I just like to shill a self-reliance Discord. And the Discord is capital R, F, capital B, S, capital A, T, H. Nathan M, he's always late for a stream like how he's always late with my damn starter. I then found beard hair in my dessert, then blamed it on Gamergate. Butte Mountain, in response to Jim's tweets, V and Sargon beat each other off on how Gamergate 2 and the alt-right becoming SJWs is a great idea. That is actually true. I put out 2 tweets about the Millennial Woes clips. Let me refresh your memory really quick with one of them, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Whereas, here's one of them.
The thing is, the alt-right can gain everything they want using social justice.
Right.
I love the dead silence. It's like Woes can't even believe the dumb shit he's hearing. But I put 2 tweets out about this, and within 10 minutes, V and Sargon are having a stream discussing it, because they don't want to be embarrassed by it. It's a little too late for that, champ. We're going to be looking at that stream shortly, coming up. It's coming up. The Laughing Man, Smug Chuckles intensifies. Shugo21, Sargon the Tard Wrangler, I swear he surrounds himself with nothing but spurgs. Epic Yoshi, Darkside Phil is a gouty, lazy coward, and he can't handle confrontation. He runs from the chat or kicks out the person, then talks shit like the bitch he is. The Guardian sees you. Tell us about the Cubs riding banana groomer Jim. Well, we just went over that. Digger John, Soigon is so dumb, and I'm not seeing that we would know this is purely for our own relevance. Jorge Blanco, if Sargon is a big brain guy and he's so stupid, what the fuck am I hoping for? We're all screwed. Radio Console, so Sargon goes on a stream with more views than he can garner, so he can pitch about Trump tweeting about GG, a deader movement than the KKK. Laugh my ass off. Meowman, Jim, here's $5 from one of your drunk transgender fans. I love you. I hope you recover from your cancer AIDS. Well, I will get through it with the power of prayer from the Sweetie Squad. Blackbriar246, I have a cat named Jade. She's black and a bit of a runt and likes to steal random things so we can call her the Niglet. Tell Jade I said hi. I'll do that. Mojag Hag, Sargon was on V-Stream getting his cock sucked more than a gay porno. All the while crying out Jim's name. Hashtag Jim for the win. Stabby McStabwood, how could you and your bully brigade pick on Soygon? He's clearly a disabled veteran of Gamergate. Well, I agree, he is most definitely disabled. From Tomba Hat, this was a great idea when you came up with it 4 years ago, when you wanted Obama to reference GG. Also, Baki is good. Kermit and I watch it. Blue Satoshi, I can't believe anyone thought Sargon was trolling. That's giving him way too much credit. Peter, your soy-filled you soy-filled Matt, why do your laptop break? Like, why do you have a bad laptop? I don't throw a bunch of ones at you monthly on Patreon just for the pics like you are some anti-SJW woman who A-bags. I have terrible luck with laptops. Used to have an HP Pavilion. Broke on me after about 7 months. Then I had a Lenovo, and the hard drive on that pretty much shit out on me. And I'm on an Acer. I don't even know what this one is. Got it as a replacement because my PC shit the bed. So I have not had the best of luck. Energies X, when did you find Pole Gem? I found it in 2012 during the Zimmerman trial, and I was surprised to find it wasn't a bunch of dumb rednecks. I've been on Pole way too long. I couldn't even tell you at this point, but I remember the Zimmerman trial. That was funny shit. Jaffa is calling, watching the courtroom react to somebody. Why would they do a Skype interview during a fucking trial and not expect it to devolve into complete anarchy? It was so dumb. It was some funny shit. I missed that. That was actually a very funny event. Jack Ryan, the only furry I knew in high school, got caught masturbating in class. He also happened to be a greasy communist. Degeneracy is not the exception. Lennon McCarthy, when Trump tweets Gamergate did nothing wrong and makes Sergey VP in 2020, will you eat your words? I don't know if a British man can become vice president, but that would be astonishing. Logic error. Sargon's whole plan is based on faulty reasoning. The SJWs aren't afraid of Gamergate. They just use it as a slander. This is just going to dredge up all the anti-gamer shit we dealt with years ago. I don't know what his fucking... It's just a dumb idea, but he's really into it. Not sorry. Sargon is on drugs. Love you, Jim. The amazing atheist, Sargoon the Octoroon, with the high-level thinking. Meowman, Sargon makes me want to jump off my school library at 4 a.m. when nobody is awake to stop me. Read a few more here, and then we'll jump into the stream that he did with Millennial. Bar Reg, the next cause Soygon is going to support Gamergate 2, pointless hullabaloo. It's going to be interesting to watch the Grim Reaper of causes and movements attempt to resurrect a dead one. He's going to raise it from the dead so he can kill it again. Page Fault, Gamergate 2, the adventures of Soygon and his band of cucks fighting the oppression of big black CIA niggercocks. Mr. Super Piff 4, opinions on Sargon becoming a sex ed teacher. That would just leave the children confused because I don't think he understands how sex works. Blortigal the Great, common sense is too common for the soy father. No man of such great intellect could ever dirty his mind on something like that. Read two more here. Dear Veronica, this is your last chance to join me in the gamer army. We will pwn those SJWs and show them who really rules society. Gamers, rise up. And finally, Max 15. Sargon needs to retire from public life. Well, he said he was going to retire. He was going to retire from a lot of things. But not so much. Not so much. He's still out there doing shit. So we'll look at a little bit of the Sargon interview with Millennial Woes and then the V interview that he just did prior to my stream, because there's some funny hot takes in there too. I think this is the right one. Finding Millennial Woes content on YouTube is a pain in the ass because everything is put into restricted mode. All right, let me see if I can get this lined up. Give me 1 second here.
There are some time zone confusions, and that's why this is starting an hour late.
Oh yeah, I should also mention, once again, Sargonism number 1. The stream started late because Soygon took his sweet fucking time showing up.
But I am here with Sargon Fakad. Welcome, Sargon.
Hey man, how's it going?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. I just want to apologise for the confusion. I was I wasn't at my phone, one of the rare times I'm not on my phone. So I missed all of the messages saying, God, where are you? Millennial is waiting for you. Otherwise I would have responded.
Again, he does it intentionally. If you have Sargon on as a guest for your stream, and you are not like a massive channel, he's going to do this to fuck with you.
Right, okay. A note to anyone else who's the subsequent guests on Millennial, check the web page that I linked you all to, because that has the correct times in your own time zone, so there won't be any confusion. Okay, so Sargon, what kind of year do you think 2017 has been?
It's been a pretty impressive one, actually, hasn't it?
It's certainly been a roller coaster.
Okay, I'm going to try to find the bits where he's talking about SJWs being cars, because that's pretty amazing.
That you guys have recently been having. I was watching a video and you were like, this is an attack from outside the alt-right, races being genocide. So what's Tara McCarthy's argument for?
Then I think that,
they will do that. They are doing that, which is why Tara looks like she's about to start. Yeah.
And so young men are detecting that, and this, I mean by that, because first of all,
just take me a sec. I know it's around the 30-minute mark.
Maybe we will. I mean, I know that there are people who...
Let me explain. Are
following the alt-right and they want to get into politics in the future.
Sure.
But on the other hand, I don't even think there's time for that. I think we're going to be in serious trouble in the West within about 10 years.
I think that's too soon. There will be serious troubles, but I don't think it'll be the alt-right's concerns that are coming to the fore in 10 years' time. I think it'll be other things.
Remember, this is the guy that wants to save the West. This is the one that said he needed to join UKIP immediately to help save the West, telling Millennial Woes not more than 8 months ago that nothing bad is really going to happen in the next 10 years, that the West doesn't need saving. Weird.
Economic collapses and things like that. I think it'll be national boundaries being redrawn, things like this. I don't think it's going to be ethno-states.
No, not in 10 years. But I think the turbulence that will lead to ethno-states will begin, I think, in about 10 years from now.
And I think that's too soon. I think that's way too soon. I don't think in your lifetime you're ever going to see an ethno-state.
I should also mention this conversation, let me double check the date. I believe this happened before his talk with Richard Spencer. I think it did. I'm not 100% certain, but it's around that time. It's around that time that he comes up with this brilliant idea of telling the alt-right they need to be SJWs. And I'm not even joking about that. We're going to get to that bit where he starts talking about how SJWs are like Subarus.
Oh, yes. I mean, the EU is the
goals of the alt-right that people are committed to.
I think it's the goals. Well, okay, all right, hold on about that. There are people who
probably are viewed by a large percentage of the alt-right. So it's, I mean, the question really is it the construct that is the alt-right that they're committed to, or is it the actual results, the end state that the alt-right is aiming for? Is that what they're committed to instead?
So I think most people, it's the latter.
Right. Because that means if the alt-right goes away, then they will still have that goal. They will still be pursuing that goal, regardless of whether the alt-right exists or not. Right?
Yes. The alt-right is a vehicle.
Right. That's a great way of putting it. And so would people in the alt-right be open to the idea of switching cars? If
I just... Oh boy. So Sargon's brilliant idea is, and I'll try to sum it up because it's spread out over the entirety of the interview. He's trying to pitch to Millennial Woes and other alt-righters. Hey, listen, you guys want an ethno-state because you believe in racial identity. Well, you know who else believes in racial identity? SJWs. And if you really want to get that ethno-state, all you've got to do is stop being alt-right and conservative and just start acting like SJWs, because that's going to get you to your goal. That's like saying, hey, Sargon, hey, if you want Muslim immigration to end, all you got to do is start acting like, I don't know, crusaders from the Middle Ages, because they got rid of Muslims, right? I mean, does it matter what car you're driving? Go pick up a sword, start screaming Deus Vult, and decapitating them. right? Because it's the same thing. It's the same goal. You got rid of the Muslims, right, Sargon? But this is his brilliant idea. So let's listen to it.
To get to the same destination.
I don't know. It would depend on the terms.
Why? The car will get you to the destination you're heading to. What difference does it make what color?
I don't know what you mean. You'd have to.
Well, like you just said, the alt-right is a vehicle to eventually, in your estimation, and this is something I've seen broadly in the alt-right. I mean, everyone has the same goal of a white ethno-state. Ultimately, that's it can take on like whether it's a socialist one or a capitalist one or whatever. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the goal of the white ethno-state, and how are you going to get there? Because I think that the vehicle that is the alt-right at the moment is a dilapidated, sputtering old thing that can't make the journey. I don't think it can get you to that place.
Well, I mean, what I would say to that is that things have peaks and troughs, and the
thing I like about this conversation, it's a long one, we're not going to listen to all of it, but the thing I like about this conversation is Sargon thinks he's so slick, right? He's going to go talk to the people that are making fun of the skeptics, which is the alt-right. Because, kind of preceding the Trout and the Kraut and Tears thing, God damn it, the Kraut and Tea thing, was Kraut was releasing videos targeting the alt-right, and the alt-right was laughing at him for being an idiot. And so the skeptics kind of got into a little kerfuffle with the alt-right. And then Richard Spencer tells him he's stupid. And all this shit Sargon can't handle. So I really truly believe he thought he was being super slick by going to them and trying to get them to act like the people he's used to making fun of and behave like them. Because then they wouldn't offer any opposition. Because what kind of person goes to their enemy, right? And he's declared the alt-right his enemy. He doesn't even think about them. He's written letters telling people that. What sort of person goes to their enemy and says, here's how you win? And who would be foolish enough to listen to somebody that's opposed to them coming to tell you how you can win against them? Sargon is so monumentally dumb, it's really hard to take in sometimes. He's got a super trolling plan, guys. I don't know if you've heard. Let me replay another brilliant idea of his. Where the fuck is this? Let's hashtag communists. Oh, we're going to put up pictures of McCarthy. That'll show the libs. Trigger the libs.
Like, 4chan, guys, you could be, like, if you need ideas, I've got lots of ideas, that's all I'm saying. I could easily concoct a scheme to get you guys international coverage and to bring the problem of communists in universities to the forefront. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing this weekly.
What do you mean?
Okay, okay, how about this? So say tomorrow, Monday morning, on, I don't know, like 20 university campuses in America, outside of the, the sort of George Cicarillo-Mar types, I'm dreaming for a white genocide, all those types?
Yes.
Imagine if on their doors to their offices was a picture of Joe McCarthy.
Such a big-brained idea. So ingenious. Now let me see if I can find it. So you get the idea of the millennial woes thing. So I tweeted about this today. Before the stream, I was going to play clips from it. And apparently Sargon and V decided they needed to run right into damage control. Because he looks fucking retarded. Telling people that SJWs are Subarus. And that if they want an ethno-state, they just need to hop along for the ride. So he wanted to clear this up, any confusion he might have about it. And he went on V's stream to really elaborate on his big-brained ideas. So let me see if I can find this dumb shit. And we'll give it a listen. What channel did he do this on? Hold on 1 second. I can find it and we'll take a listen. Because he's gonna really just, again, another big-brained opinion. Another big-brained opinion from the stepfather himself. Okay, I found it. There we go. Put this on. And you could tell immediately that they're getting together to talk about this. The same thing happened with the Louis Laveau stream, where I was making fun of Sargon on Twitter based on Murdoch. Murdoch released an animation where he turns into the Akira baby monster and starts screaming that he needs more dopamine. And because I tweeted that out, he got all fucked up over it, and we had this confrontation on Louis' stream. But he tried to deny that he was aware of it. He tried to act like he didn't, it just was happenstance. He didn't know I tweeted that out. And again, here we go. I tweet out something making fun of him, and he immediately jumps on his stream to talk about it.
Okay, so we're live. Now, I noticed you're in a bit of a hot pickle recently. A lot of articles coming about you, a lot of talk, buzzing on the internet.
Is there?
Yeah. I believe the last one that I saw, and this actually is what sparked the conversation, is that you said back in the day, I missed the talk with you and Millennial Woes, but you said that the white nationalists can get what they want if they have social justice. And I wanted to talk to you on Discord, and you said, okay, bring it on the air.
Sure.
So how can they get what they want with social justice? But more exactly, what do you understand by social justice? Let's define the term.
And again, the stream he did with Millennial Woes was 8 or 9 months ago. I tweeted about this, and within 20 minutes, Sargon and V are on stream talking about it. I could have this fat idiot running laps for me if I really put some effort into it. Like, apparently, he's at my beck and call. We should see what we could get away with, Sweetie Squad. But let's hear his hot take.
Well, just intersectionalism. I think, the reason that they'll work, or it would work, is they work within the same paradigm. They're both addressing the same vectors of a person. They're identifying the same characteristics and working with those. And then it's a negotiation over those characteristics. And if the alt-right wanted to, they could instead portray themselves as like Beverly D'Angelo. She's effectively the sort of SJW version of Richard Spencer. She's really interested in crafting a white identity. She's really interested in like teaching white people their proper place in the world. Because like all of the SJWs, they think that we live in a white supremacy. They think that whites are supreme over other people. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a white supremacy. And so they, whether they want to admit it or not, recognize that white people have won. You know, they're the superior race in the mind of the SJW. Now, I just want to make it clear, this is not my opinion. I don't think this. But that has to be, like the framework of what they think. If you can look at this in a sort of, as a method of competition. And so the alt-right can adopt that framework. I mean, they basically agree. They think that white people are superior too. They just frame it in a different way. They frame it from the position of the victor rather than the position of the vanquished. And so, they can say, okay, well, we agree that we did do terrible things because we were better than other people. So we can have a negotiation now over what is fair. And you can actually do that. Because at the moment, the way this SJW conversation is going.
Oh, I wish I could find the exact time code, but when he was talking to Millennial Woes, he actually pitched this idea. I'm not fucking kidding you if you go look at the live stream. He said, Woes, if you guys become SJWs and you want to advocate for the ethno-state, you can tell the SJWs, this is how you win, he said. You can tell them that white people mistreat black people, and to make it up to them, you're going to give them the state of California. Sargon told Millennial that if he wanted to advance white supremacy, that they should become SJWs and give the state of California and everything in it to black people. It's a brilliant idea, really.
Is that the SJW say white people are evil and awful, and the liberals say, no, that's a terrible thing for you to say. We're not even going to engage with that. We're not going to have a discussion on how awful white people are. We don't agree that white people are awful or any other race of people are awful. But the alt-right will say, well, I mean, what you consider awful, we consider glorious. But okay, and then they can have a discussion on how much, the scale is balanced.
So what you're saying,
you can actually have a resolution.
What you're saying is when a social justice warrior says, check your privilege, you can say, yeah, I do have privilege.
I'm proud of my privilege.
And I'm proud of my privilege, like just on...
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. But obviously the liberals say this, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, the liberals would be, there is no white privilege.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the liberal position. And when you say liberal, you mean people.
God, I'm getting bored just listening to this. But you get the idea. So he didn't like the idea of being made fun of. He immediately goes on with V for an hour or so. And he even does the V, what he does to everybody else, that Sarganism number 2. I'm getting really sleepy. I'm super busy. I've got to go. I've got to cut. I got to jet. I've got important things to do, like saving the West. This guy is such an idiot, and his ideas are so stupid. Let's be Google's friend. They'll remonetize us. All the white nationalists should become SJWs. Let's resurrect Gamergate so we can save the West. Just retarded positions to have. So yeah, this stream has mostly been catch up. You know, it's catching up on all the dumb shit that's happened over the previous week. Now, I think I promised one other thing. I think there was the Boogie versus V thing. Did you guys want to see that? The stream where Boogie fucks a Romanian in front of an audience. Would you like to see that, chat? Because I can pull that one up if you're interested. I'm seeing some yeses. Okay, let me grab the Boogie versus V. I think this is it. Yep, this should be it.
It's not
Okay, to give you a little bit of background, V and Boogie have some animosity. Boogie and Quartering have a little bit of animosity. There's there are rumors swirling around that the Quartering told V something personal about Boogie, and V decides to air this publicly in front of the entire live stream. And so V and Boogie have a conversation about it. So let's start it up.
You've been generous with your time, but V stopped in real quick. If you
Hey V, what's up, man?
Yeah, hey, I want to clear the air because you did point out that I made a video about you, and I've been thinking.
Oh, you made several. I've heard you on several podcasts. You made several videos. You have ridden me like a fucking pony, dude. I don't know what your deal is.
Yeah, and this is why I'm here, to clear the air. So I was playing. I believe it
seems pretty fucking clear, dude. It seems pretty fucking clear.
Yeah, well, let me explain it from my point of view. I've been a huge fan of yours, especially during Gamergate and afterwards. I've been following your channel constantly. And the reason I was doing this is because you came off a very, how should I say, very, very innocent gamer-like person. One of the very few YouTubers who look like that. And then I was playing with the Quartering and Arch Warhammer. We were playing some Warhammer 40k. And it was during the controversy regarding the MTG thing, the cosplay thing, where the Quartering was attacked left and right.
Oh yeah, I went fucking off on him, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I called him every name in the fucking book.
But here's
dude.
what happened. Here's what happened, right? I think you called him, and he was playing with us, and it was actually his microphone was still on, and I could hear you literally screaming at him. And as you said, you were calling him all the names in the book.
Yep,
right?
That's exactly what I said. Every fucking I literally called him a fucking sociopath, psychopath, piece of shit. How dare he attack the professor? How dare he attack my fucking friends? Fuck you! I just literally word for word what I said.
Exactly. But then, like 3 seconds later, on the Twitter, you post this thing where you say that you're still cool with him. There's nothing wrong with him, and you're still friends, and blah blah blah. And to me, that seems so disingenuous.
I mean, it's hard to scream on Twitter, dude. You know, and what else am I supposed to fucking say? At that point, I went from being very angry to calming down. I went from out of control to some level of control. And then I was like, you know what? This isn't worth losing a friend. So
I guess now that you're saying it, but you can see how it looked from my point of view.
No, it's fine, man. Here's the thing. I don't know why even if it did look like that, I don't know why the fuck you made a career out of like 3 months of talking about it like every chance you had. But I guess if that's what your life is, that's your life, man. You know?
Well, it also seemed really disingenuous because you were very willing to talk about the Quartering when it came to the cosplay thing. But when it was about pedos in Magic, you didn't say a peep.
Because I still don't believe that shit. And I want you to fully know that I know 20 Magic judges, not a single one of them fucking pedophiles. I think that Jeremy blew that way out of proportion. I think there's a handful of pedophiles out of the thousands and thousands of judges there are. I think there's probably 10 or 15 of them, they're pedophiles. Now, that said, I did ruin my relationship with Wizards of the Coast by insisting they start doing background checks. You can find that on my Twitter file. I tweeted,
really?
Yeah, I tweeted Wizards of the Coast, and Wizards of the Coast will not work with me now to this day.
Oh my God. Isn't that shady?
Why do you think that is? Why do you think they're so resistant to?
So this is kind of the warm-up to it. Let me find the exact point where it gets a little more interesting here. 1 second.
Several fights, man. And I'm a pussy. And
Channel called Boogie29.
You could ask my best friend of the last 25 years. I'm one of the nicest fucking people in the world, dude.
Right,
but sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I get angry. But what you said is, instead of being somebody who's nice, who gets angry sometimes, you decided that I was some asshole that only pretends to be nice. Who fucking thinks like that? Who wakes up in the morning and says, I'm going to be an asshole today. Oops, I was accidentally nice on YouTube. No, I'm a nice guy who fucks up sometimes, dude. And you have to know that. You have to have enough sense to know that.
I suppose, we're all YouTubers here. Usually we're entertaining people like that. Well, you're really upset when someone is accused of talking shit about cosplayers, right?
Hang out, chat.
Green room? Is it going to be in the green room? Because there's a shitload of people in the green room.
Yeah, here we go.
What? No, it's not.
Here we go.
What? Did you see it?
Yes.
I didn't see it. How do I see it?
Oh, no, you can't see it. So, look, I'm in a group. I'm in a group.
So this is the point in the conversation where V is going to he's going to reveal a big secret from Boogie that he was told by the quartering, and it's so dumb, but I'll let you listen.
With you and Keemstar, if you don't mind Keemstar saying it, I can put it. Well, maybe you do.
I'll DM it to him in Discord. That's be fine. Here.
Okay, yeah, do that.
I don't know how to check DMs in Discord. How do I do that?
Hey Boogie, if you'll just send me a Twitter DM, I can send it to you real quick. Your DM.
Okay, who is that? Who's talking? I don't know who's talking. Is that your Ralph?
That's me, Ralph. Yes.
Yeah, I see you one right now. It's out the Ralph retort. Yeah, you got one. Hi.
Okay, let me check.
You don't see me? I just typed ASDFKFG.
Okay, I see. Okay.
I think right now I'm the only one besides Boogie who doesn't know what it is.
Well, chat keeps asking. I'll give him a hint. It's his persona name. Okay, chat. So you keep guessing.
I was going to talk about that. So yeah,
you said you weren't a furry though. You walked that one back.
Yeah, of course I fucking talked about this, dude. I was depersonalized. I was disassociated. What are you guys surprised about? So I at some point I was like, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something, dude. I'm so anxious right now. I'm stuttering. Sorry. I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking miserable with this fucking divorce and shit. I tell you what, I will give you $10,000 if you will fucking get an assassin to blow my fucking brains out in the middle of the night. I will make sure that my lawyer wires you 10 grand if you can get me fucking killed. Can you do that for me? Because I don't have the balls and I don't want to fucking go through this divorce. I don't want to go through this shit. So fucking end me.
That's the big secret, by the way. So the quartering told V that Boogie, at the height of his divorce, was so fucked up over it. He's like, I just don't want to live anymore. I wish somebody would blow my fucking head off. And V apparently thinks this is... he really thinks that Boogie was going to hire an assassin to stalk him and kill him. Just to hunt him down and eliminate him from the internet.
So you asked Jeremy to hire an assassin to kill you, but you do realize that in another video, you complained that people hired assassins to get rid of you. Do you understand how that looks from the outside when people know this knowledge?
I don't, because I have enough sense to realize that I don't mean something like that when I say it. I don't actually want an assassin to show up at my fucking house.
Yeah, kind of. It sounds like it sounds like hyperbole. If the dude's going through a divorce and he's down on his luck, he's probably. I've said shit like I've said shit like that. Oh, I wish somebody would fucking kill me. This sucks.
Yeah, it's my way. It's my way of expressing to my friend Jeremy that I'm so fucking depressed. I'm feeling suicidal tendencies, and I wish I had. I want to talk about it. Yeah. That's my
that
way
makes sense. No, hold on. That makes sense. But then you make a video and you say that you have evidence that someone hired the assassin to kill you. I mean,
several people have. I literally can show you the death threats I get in DMs right now, or not DMs, in fucking email every day. And then I can show you where somebody hired somebody on the fucking Tor network back in 2011. I think it's 2011 to fucking paid them $3,500 in Bitcoin. Can you imagine what that's worth now? $3,500 in Bitcoin in 2011 to fucking have me killed.
See, folks, this is why you've got to watch the kill stream. a lot of wild shit goes on the kill stream. So not only did V think that Boogie wanted to hire an assassin to kill himself, but now Boogie's going to tell us a story about the Bitcoin assassin from the Tor network that was hunting him down in 2011.
Sorry, I was on the dark web.
And how do you expect that? I don't think that maybe you asked the guy to hire the assassin to kill you. Just
After
like
learning how your brain works, I'm not particularly fucking surprised what you think at this point.
Boogie,
Damn.
like Boogie just giving V no slack.
This is like it's like a sumo wrestler just butt slamming.
Like just no offense, it is clearly that you're drama oriented, you're drama minded, and that you go to drama as the first option. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I don't mean that in a mean way.
I usually don't meet a lot of people that talk that their lawyer are going to pay someone to kill them.
He was very depressed. Okay.
Yeah, well, you were depressed, and I guess what happened? Like, where did he call the cops in order to help you out? Like,
yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, that's exactly something that happened. I'm like, what are you fucking crazy?
So that's confirmed too. Apparently, the quartering called the police on Boogie to have a welfare check run. So there you go. And they had a little bit more back and forth, but that's your Boogie versus V clip. A little more internet lore for the people that were curious about it. Now, hopefully going forward for next Sunday, aside from the art contest, again, make sure to send that to @MrAntibully. He'll get it to me. And make sure to, just say that it's for the art contest. That would be the Donga tribe dancing around a magic fireplace for super berries, and you can do whatever else you like, but that's the theme. Aside from that, we're going to be going over David Shitrat and all the other shit that's backed up. Hopefully no more retards will throw themselves in front of me during the week, so we don't keep falling behind schedule on the shit we're going to talk about on the fucking Sunday Funday stream. I can't guarantee it. Now, I don't know how Gamergate 2 is going to pan out. Maybe the gamers will rise up. We'll take out all the Veronicas and the Chads and the Stacys. We'll save the West. And we'll own those fucking libs.
I'm the reason Donald Trump got elected. Triggers the libs, own the libs.
But, hopefully that happens. And we can jump in our SJW Subaru and drive off into a better, brighter, more beautiful future. That would be nice. Now, I got a lot of super chats backed up. I will start up the super chat portion of the stream. Thank you for everybody that's come out. Hope you had a good Sunday Funday. Hope you had a few good laughs. Listening to retards on the internet. It is a daily occurrence. I do not mean to fall behind on schedule, but so many autistic retards screeching at you. It's hard to get caught up. But I will get back into the grind of things. Next Sunday Funday, we will get back to Shitrat, and we continue with the skeptic analysis of how retarded these people are. I've got some surprises planned for the Shitrat stuff. I think you'll like it. I think you're gonna like it. So let me put this on. Let me get the text set up. No, we're not doing a 5-minute break. We're doing super chats. Because I need those fucking super berries. I don't want the Donga tribe taking them all. That would not be fun for me. So if you just came for the main portion of the stream, this stream is now officially done. If you've got a super chat, stick around. I'll read it out for you. Everybody else, I will see you next Sunday. Have a good Sunday evening. Hope your weekend treated you well. Have a good work week. And I will have a video up probably around Tuesday or Wednesday. And we will have a stream again on Sunday. Don't forget the art contest if you can draw. Hit me up at Mr. Antibully, and my friend will get it to me. All right, let's jump into the super chats. Let me get these lined up, and we'll go through them. From KTTK, Dear Veronica, this is your last chance to join me in the gamer army. We will pawn the SJWs and show them who really rules society. Gamers, rise up. Max 15, Sargon needs to retire from public life. Proper Whitling, I'm with Sargon. We need to TP Dorsey and Zuckerberg's houses and do the flaming dog turd thing to Hillary Clinton. That is some 4D. This is some 4D chess ops. From Snip, videos can't just be fun to them. It has to be a serious, meaningful movement. They don't do anything meaningful with themselves, so this is all they have. From Blue Satoshi, Sargon of Akkad putting the swindle in Swindon. Merlot Williams, here's a $5 for breaking down Don Sargon's big brain plans for us plebs, Jimbo. Educating us, if you will. White Void 43, death sentencing ideas. Furries, death by gas. Skeptics, death by impaling. SJW, death by firing squad. Degenerates like Ross, death by fire. From Diablo Samurai 1985, is Sargon just too lazy to do this, or is he a coward? I think he's one of those guys that just wants credit for shit that happens, but he doesn't actually want to do it. That would be the best way to put it. That, 90% you doing the legwork, 10% me sitting on my ass. Benjamin Abrams, remember when Sargon was smart? Neither do I. Sargon needed more dopamine, nose candy, electrolytes, and filthy Frank. It's time to stop. This is cancer. Blue Satoshi, Warski 6-month plan trumps Sargon's 20-year plan. ASAP, Treesus, Jim, tell my buddy Jason he's a good goy. Jason, you are a good goy. Half blind, don't censor art, Jim, you artless fuck. Scott D86, Sargon is Uncle Rico. He's trying to relive the best times of his life. Okay, shit, that jumped way ahead. Hold on 1 second. Make sure I'm at the right spot, and we'll continue along here. Okay, that jumped a little quick. Alright, why have I lost my spot? Don't censor art. Okay, there's a Rico one. From Atari Dad, hear about the Goblin Slayer anime Tism Storm. No, I have not, but I will check it out. From Meowman, Jim, I'm going to kill myself pretty soon because I'm mentally ill, so here's some more money. Well, thank you very much. Shinku Toner, small brain Sargon is bringing autism awareness to Trump. Mame Extremist, sounds like Carl's being a big old Jew to me, Jim. From Ben Parent, hello, Jim. Jimbo Jim the Vigilist. Just wanted to let you know that Sargon is the truest of all alpha males, and he has a great taste in suits. Sock Puppet 1, Jim, am I an NPC? Well, do you have any internal thoughts? Do you ever have conversations in your own head or think about what's going to happen? If you do, you are not an NPC. John Polis, hey Jim, loving the stream. I feel like Sargon belongs on an internet insanity video. Here's some dosh to support your channel. Red Matter, please say this. Mario Fusco. Thanks, mate. Also, gas the liberalist, Gamergate now. From producer Chris, based commies get free helicopter rides. Atheists come from Devilland and they need to go back. Feminists must breed whites at replacement rate or get deported. Name the Jew when they did it to you. From Leo, you said you have a Switch. Have you tried Splatoon? Oh boy. Indurant Bhakta. Is Sargon really a glitch-ridden NPC? That is a good speculative guess. I couldn't tell you. JJ Cheeker. How many Sargons does it take to change a light bulb? None. He'll make someone else do it. From Oni Penguin, who was your favorite waifu in the Dot Hack series? Well, I mean, I played the first game. What is that, a tetralogy? Or the first four? Not a quadrology, a tetralogy, I think it's called. And I can't even fucking remember at this point what the characters in that were. But they were some great PS2 games, though. From Hans Hansen, any Bing Bing Wahoo Switch games you like? What Switch games would I like? I don't know. What was the name of it? Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk would probably be fun. Oni Penguin, who is your... Okay, no, I read that one. Eric Moe, after selling idiots on Candid and now BetterHelp, I'm going to have a big brain reduction. Doctors say it's a tumor, but I know the truth. Fat Gay Riker, he may be Downsy as Corky from Life Goes On, but not your sword, not your shield, is something Sargon has no excuse for not understanding. Mr. Darling, howdy Jim. Check your Facebook Messenger. Let's chat. Zesso, how long until Donga is pushing for Gamergate 2.0? Give it a couple days. Give it a couple days and him and Tommy C will be telling everybody it's the greatest idea ever. From George Clowney, I recall you telling Destiny that you did not vote for Trump. Will you in 2020? That is correct. I did not vote for Trump. I disagreed with his, with certain planks in his platform in regards to personal security, personal freedom, and kind of how he viewed government power in relation to things like the Patriot Act. Will I vote for him in 2020? Well, maybe Ross Perot and Ron Paul will decide to run together somehow, make that work. I don't know how that would work, but if they do, I'm voting for them. Kevin Vance asked Jade what compelled her to draw specifically this. I believe you're talking about, let me put it up here for a second. You're talking about this picture. She thought Gamergate was gay, and so she drew that picture. There you go. That's the thought process. Rat Tail Tony, if Kira the Wolf said he was hacked by Russians instead of Iranians, the news would probably be defending him just for that. From Who Are You? Team Fortress 2, yay or nay? Also stay rad, you legend. Yeah, I like Team Fortress 2, actually. I didn't play it as much as other games, but I did like it. And you're talking to a guy that played a shit ton of Ace of Spades. And there's nobody playing that anymore. I think if you try to get on a server, there are literally 0 people playing it. From the Bone Zone, would you consider going on my show? I've had Andy, Ralph Zidane Failure and other cool people on. I'd be thrilled to add you to that list. Oh, sorry. Hit me up on Twitter. Or I should say, hit my good friend up at Mr. Antibully on Twitter, and he will get the message to me. Vicious Candid, it's official. J. Caesar 187 blamed it on the Xanax. But Plug Mafia, Jim does more for animal rights than PETA does. Nick Kaysen, what do you think about Liebshin? I don't know what you're talking about. Nick Fitabo, I know I butchered your name. Hey Jim, what are your thoughts on Faith Goldie and her run for the mayor of Toronto? Here's some Canadian shekels. I was unaware that she was running for mayor of Toronto, and I don't know how she'll fare. The Theo answer, is Sargon pulling an angry Joe by discontinuing This Week in Stupid and doing reviews of The Walking Dead instead? That's right, his hot take on The Walking Dead. I haven't actually watched his videos, so I don't know how they are compared to The Week in Stupid. I mean, that's up to his fan base. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Don Leitz, thank you. Flamenco Zero, thank you. Megan Gubbs, Sweeties Against Gamergate. Flamenco Zero, Jim, go on the Murdoch heel turn episode. That would be fun. I do like Murdoch. From HTRTU, if Jim needs to wrestle Donga in real life to prove that he is a big-brained philosopher as Sargon, does that mean Sargon needs to wrestle Donga at some point? That would be an interesting match. Nuke the Ice Caps, how's that incurable ants cancer going? It's going well. Mikhail Mansbridge, Joey Shithead Keithley, a punk rock star, ran for provincial office in Canada. Sargon claims that a superiority is laughable, when literally anyone can become a politician in Canada and the UK. Oh, Sargon's claim of superiority is laughable, yeah. Well, yeah, anybody's free to run for office in their respective countries. I mean, nothing's holding you back. If you want to change something, I guess go for it. But don't try to do it as just a YouTuber or some internet personality. That's fucking dumb. An average person in the suburbs or in, the fucking cities has a better chance than some idiot that does YouTube videos. From Baku, Jim, would you debate AIU on anonymity and privacy? I don't know what there's to debate. We have different opinions on it. I don't think we're ever going to reach a consensus on it. Half-boiled hero, inshallah. Hit me up on Twitter or wherever if you need some more info on the CC video. Used to be a part of that mess. May Allah bless the stepfather. From William Barrett, thought my girlfriend was pregnant. Turned out she had to fart. It's good to know. From Queckles, pronounce my name without the W, you fag. How would you pronounce Queckles without W? Okay. Also, what anime have you watched this summer season, assuming you have? I haven't really watched anything that new. I'm trying to think. Anything stands out in my mind? Nothing really, to be honest with you. Jade is watching My Hero Academia. She really likes that for some reason. Nonio Biss. Hey Jim, here's some shekels. Love the stream. Keep up the great work. Also, have you checked out Goblin Slayer? No, I have not. Fuck, why is everybody bringing that up? I will check it out after stream. Winnie the Pooh. Bah, only 16,000 watching. Smugly chuckles. From Karnak. The quartering said he's the one that told you. Well, I guess the mystery is over. Dane Kennedy. Love your stuff, Jim. I'm on Smoko Yee. I'm an Aussie. Gang drinkers, rise up. I hit with a boomerang. Some furry cunts ground anchor and he flew away. Rando number 9. Sargon already messed up. He disrespected Trump's best friend Jim, and he's definitely not going to tweet about it. From Frederick Marks, it was Quarter Pounder. He was shit-faced drunk, capo named, and shamed. The FEO answer, being a boomer, don't you prefer using the phone? No. Do you mean using the phone as opposed to streaming with a headset? What are we talking about? I don't know how to answer that one. From Salty Pickle, every time you stream, you're at the top of the list. Dark Scream, hey Jim, it's Dark Scream. I could bring Big Al if you guys want to do a Hangouts on his channel so you can talk and play catch up. It's been almost 5 years since we shot The Breeze. Yeah, I haven't talked to Big Al in fucking, I thought it was 2 to 3 years. It might have been 5, I guess. Space Shank, Gamergate 2.0 is Sargon's Julie. From Spec Girdle, it's King Ralph. Get it right, Jim. Love your content. Hassad the Hitty, Sargon needs a dog collar to shock him every time he chuckles. Joni Baloney, I guess that's a friend of Olivia from Bolivia. Sargon, it isn't about having the most views, it's about honest, good content that furthers truth. Stop being an ass. You did great work on White's role in ending slavery. Stop being retarded. Trent Acne, the real Trogan, Scornhammer. Jimbo, your obsession with Sargon has reached thirsty ex-girlfriend levels. Mischaracterizations and all. I like what you do, buddy, but it's getting sad. Well, buckle up, Trent, because I'm going to use this fucking fat idiot as a punching bag. He wanted to play internet games with me, and I'm more than willing to. I know you're probably not used to Sargon getting shit on, but it's going to become a common occurrence, as it is with every retard skeptic. It's a new era, Trent. Welcome to the era of the Sweetie Squad. Nick Pillars, I feel like the big brain 4D chest Gamergate 2 shit is like the plot of Seth Rogen movie. Heather S., thank you, Jim, for exposing Carl for being an opportunistic, self-serving fraud that he is. Reno Bino, wasn't Gamergate a billion years ago? Why is Sargon still going on about it? From the Milik Mafia, how do I close this? Hopefully you figured it out, because you put that out quite a while ago. J-Woke John Key, press F for Jim's cancer aids. Lucas Sempio, over here, and NZ Sargon's what we call a munter. He thinks dog's bollocks, but he's got a couple of pissed up past a workin' noggin. Anyway, Jim, have a good day, cuz. Yosemite Sam, this stream is boring, Jim. I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it. Joni Baloney, nigger, when did Monday Matt say that? I said that about you last Sunday, Jim, and the Boulder fags copied it. HTRTU, did you play Boulder's Gate? Relevant question. Yes, I did. Zesso, Chuckles and Sargon, Gamergate 2, Dopamine, Boogaloo. Sargon's dirty deeds done by V. Sargon is the fat used car salesman that won't move past his high school. Slaps roof of Gamergate, the bad boy can fit so many individualists in it. I'm seeing a lot of F's in chat. I don't know if that means the stream has died on me. Let me double check here. Has the stream died or is somebody dead? Did Boogie die again once again? No, I think we're good. From the Nickerman, Jim, check Twitter. Quartering is calling you an NPC. Also, favorite sports ball team. Well, let me go check Twitter and see what the Quartering is saying. This was a while ago, though, so it might be a bit backed up. How long ago did you put this out? Let me see. So that was like 2 hours ago? No, I believe he's talking about Jim Sterling. So it looks like I'm good. Okay. From Ink Penification, Mexican Monday Matt needs to be on Tucker Carlson. From Foul Beast, at one point I expected better of these people. The Bone Zone, I am Gamergate. Sean Turner, oy vey, Jim. How can you laugh at Matt when you don't? How can you laugh at Matt? Don't you know he hates the Jews? Since the heel stream, you were Jewish, Jim. He laughed at Armored Skeptic. So sad. From Sweet Shackles, Boomer NPC Jim is going to trigger bowl the liberals. Dark Cloud, hey Jim, here's $5 in leaf currency to help with triggering the libs and possibly owning the libs. Okashi Blow Joe, the only good goblin is a dead goblin. From Waxican, my little sister just walked in the room and saw Matt on screen and said, oh, fat man. It's an appropriate reaction. From Rocket Matt Coon, Jim, it's Spooktober. Any plans to LARP is Soygon? No, I have no plans to do that. B98K Finnegan, what is going on with Monday Fat's face when he says trigger the libs? I don't know, but it is a fantastic clip. That's up on Mr. Anti-Bully's Twitter. You can section that out so you just get that one portion. From Ace Ken Shader, except Gamergate was a massive joke that failed. Ratboy liberals owned style epic. Gami Gami, Sargon, the reincarnation of all the Germans from World War II that got Germany to lose the war. Also shout out to Murdoch, love you all. From Iron Wolf Spear, hey Jim, it's been a minute since my last donation, but why is the people who hate us defending Phil the scammer people who lean left or far left? Phil the scammer, I'm not sure. Manchester Police, what planet are skeptics from? Easy, Grifter7. P. Fletch, 83. Jim, whenever Carl says something cringy and stupid, it's always followed by smuckle. A smuckle is a smug chuckle. Giver the D, Monday Matt died in 2015, apparently. Mars 10, even God hates fence-sitting centrists. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth. Revelation 3:16. Well, I guess the skeptics have been owned by Yahweh himself, laying down the bans. Deal with that. Ryan himself, drink every time he says ethics in game journalism. I hope you don't do that. You'll be dead by the end of his video. Blue Satoshi, didn't you hear Bill O'Reilly? 4chan are left-wing hackers on steroids. From Joni Baloney, what the fuck is right-wing? I just want to be left alone by oppressive regimes. Government, SJW, or homeowners association, and feel most are the same. From Stuffs 100, Gamergate 2, The Adventures of Boulder Boy. From Jeremiah B, World War II veteran, hey, remember Iwo Jima. 80-year-old Sargon, hey, Jim, remember Gamergate. God, that is a depressing thought. Listen, I know it was, interesting at the time. People were caught up into it. People had some fun with it. But it's been 4 fucking years. Don't go around 10 years from now talking about Gamergate. Save yourself the trouble. Just save yourself the trouble of that. From Cynic 8, is Sargon mad or jealous that all current left-leaning governments are cringe and borderline downy while the right has Trump? I'm not sure, actually. That's a good question, though. Kamibot 5000, we must protect Trump from Sargoy's touch of death. From Nolan On, he talks about Sargon like Christian about God. Joni Baloney, Gigi was a spark to start a fire. No reason to keep discussing the match when you got a barn fire. Also, Mundane was attacked by Zoe Quinn, but he had no role. You were incorrect, Joni. Mundane Matt is the God Emperor of Gamergate. Without him, we never would have been ushered into this new era. Clearly, he is a mover and shaker. From Gear 3009, Sargon is going to send V to CNN. JJ Cheeker, Sargon fantasizes about Matt on Tucker Carlson. Hashtag Gamergay. From Max15, God Jarbo, go find some fucking rocks. From Snake56, their face when Steve Bannon joked about Gamergate 2.0, but Sargon the Redditor took it seriously. That actually has been speculated, that Bannon might have mentioned it like an offhand comment. Like maybe he knew a little bit about Sargon, like, oh yeah, this guy got his start with something online called Gamergate. So he brought it up as like just a playful introduction, a little bit of small talk before the interview. But Sargon immediately thought this was like a secret message from Bannon and the Mercers and Breitbart telling him he needs to push forward, sally forth and rally an army, gamers rise up to get Trump reelected in 2020. From Kamibot 5000, Sargoy and Matt 2020, hashtag fat fucks matter. Dustin D. Hayes, wait, wasn't Gamergate established by a disgruntled group of people getting sick of game journalists and media misrepresenting them? And they are literally talking about using it for a political narrative. That would be correct. You could look at it a couple of different ways. I mean, I found it really weird. Sargon likes to bring up the fact that I left Gamergate. But, the reason I gave for leaving, or just disassociating with it, was simply the fact I didn't like people using it for their own gain. People raising fundraisers, pay my rent, buy me this, buy me that, let's do this dumb shit. When it should have just been focused on whatever it was initially focused on. But here's Sargon wanting to resurrect it, and then basically use people to get what he wants. Why, of all people, did he think I would go along with that? I have no idea. From Carnizzle, hey Jim, I would have shown up earlier, but I was out collecting boulders with Matt. I hope you had a good time. Oniringa, Carpetbagger sounds so wrong coming out of Matt's face. Fucking what? Caroline is an annoying punk fag? Autonomous Prime, Jim, Matt said he didn't like how people profit off Gamergate and Twisted for their own purpose, but he's fully okay with doing what Sargon. Also, because of you, I'm making my own content. Best of luck to you. Stick to the videos you like, talk about the shit that interests you, and you'll do just fine. Frank Jones, penis, la 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 la. No, but seriously, thanks for all the entertainment. Go buy yourself a Big Mac and enjoy your evening. Appreciate it. From Bully Cabal member hashtag 1488. Jim, just don't. From Nathan Blake, what rank in the Sweetie Squad am I? You're as high as you want to be. Max 15, Sargon made me leave UKIP. Oof. Well, I don't know where UKIP is going, but apparently they're going a different direction than Max now. From Oni Renga, again, stop emotionally grooming me, Jim. Dove and Death, how much money do we got to get for you to buy a decent computer for you? Well, my PC broke down and my graphics card shit the bed, basically. And, I was going to get a new graphics card, but every time, the fucking Bitcoin miners always drive up the price, so I was like, I'll put it off. And I got a nice little budget laptop, because that's all I need to do what I got to do with. I mean, I'll eventually go buy one. I don't need the money. I can go get one on my own. It's just, I like a deal, right? I think especially this probably... Well, I think it's true. If you're a PC gamer, if you're somebody that's used to gaming a lot on your PC, you're probably used to really getting into the groove of bargain hunting, whether it's on Steam or GOG or wherever. But what you'll do is you'll wait for a sale, and you get so into that mindset of always waiting for a sale. I'm not going to buy a game new. I'm going to wait 5 months when it's, fucking 70% off. Or I'm going to wait till they bundle it together or they do a holiday sale. So I'm so in that mindset now from PC gaming for years and years and years. Then when it comes to actually getting like PC parts or hardware, I want that same thing. I want a decent deal. I don't want to go out and buy a new card and pay full price for it. I just want to wait. I want to wait till it's, available for a cheaper price. So I'll be using this dumb little laptop for a while. Okay, where are we? Alio Mario 91. Sargon hasn't even brought up ethics in journalism. The one common thread GG has was something Trump routinely talks about. He didn't even say this. Fedora. The FBI could never raid the Sweetie Squad headquarters in Neverland. Duke Figsby. Jim, if you could gas an entire community on the internet, which would you do it to immediately? Now that is a good question. Oy vey, guys, I can see you, chat. My asthma. Talking about how I like to bargain hunt. I'm sorry, but that's how I was raised. You wait for a good deal. You spend your money wisely. You don't run out and buy the new thing because it's a new thing. You wait for them to streamline it, to make it a better product, and for it to go on discount. Because then you're happier in the end, especially when it comes to gaming. How many fucking times have you gone to buy a new game? And this applies to PC or console. How many times have you gone to buy a new game, and the second you buy it, there instantly is a fucking 30 gigabyte patch you need to download? Or the game just doesn't fucking work on whatever platform you're on. Maybe you get it for Xbox One, maybe you get it PS4, it's for the PC, and it's a broken piece of shit. And you paid full price for that broken piece of shit. Whereas if you had just waited, a month or two, you could have went out and bought it for a much reduced price, and it wouldn't be a completely spastic, bug-ridden, horrible fucking experience. Gotta be smart with that. Never go out and buy a game brand new on day one unless that company is fucking amazing. And I can only think of like 2 or 3 that are. From Axton Hale, what's with the beef between Jade and Venti? I'm not familiar with the lore. That's not really a beef, but she didn't take too kindly to the vid clips being dropped or the audio being dropped. She had some hot takes on that. You'll have to use your imagination. From the Dashing Rogue, shut up and take my money, Jim. Noah Krems, Jim, when will you be publicly apologizing for running a train on Terry Davis? Oh, never. The Sweetie Squad never apologizes. From Oni Renja, first Jim Fag art contest. Super Hands, are you aware of Grug memes? Very similar to Donga memes. Well, I'm not, actually, to be fair to you. I don't think I've ever heard of them. From Simon McGaw, Jim, check your Facebook messages. I sent you some Donga wrestling vids. I will take a look later. Elizabeth Bathory. I'll commission Donga-chan getting fucked by Tommy. That sounds amazing. Just try to have it ready by next weekend. From Drew, there's a video of Jade crying on YouTube. There might be. From Imp Salazar. How the fuck do I say? Imp Salazar. Salarzith? You should watch Goblin Slayer. For fuck's sake. Okay, you know what? I'm going to Google it. Everybody keeps bringing it up. Let's Google it. Let's see what it is. Goblin Slayer. All right, what do we got here? Japanese dark fantasy light novel series written by Kumio Kaju. All right. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll give it a look after the stream. Actually, you're like the 20th person, or you're the 20th person to bring it up, so it has to be decent. I will take a look. Pieces of work, Jim. Thanks for tearing these retards a new one. I can't stand any of these skeptics. Have you noticed that every single one of them does movie-style review content? Yeah, they seem to have a formula. Why is chat laughing? What am I not getting about Goblin Slayer? Why is this? What everybody is laughing now? Some people saying it's pretty shit. I'm saying Goblin Rape Time. Is Goblin Rape and Goblin Slayer? Is there? Should I? You know what? Maybe I'll live stream Goblin Slayer next weekend. We'll see. We'll see how YouTube reacts to it. From Troy Fowler, what do you think of Monday and Matt's new Jew killing persona? Well, I did hear that stream, that charity stream. He was really going all out with it. It's shocking, to be honest with you. Some guy, anime is for beta wannabe Asians. Changed my mind. I would say at the very least, Legend of the Galactic Heroes is an interesting take on military warfare in space and the arguments that exist between a democracy and an empire. It presents a really good argument for each of them. It doesn't try to give you what they think is the right answer. They show the inherent flaws in democracy when you get somebody that's a money whore and only cares about popularity and doesn't care about their own people, and how that can break a system just because they're popular and they get in power and they abuse that power. And it also shows you the problem with something like an empire or fascist state, where you could have a great leader, but his lineage who takes over after him are incompetent or terrible at leadership, and how that can create disaster. It's a good show, is what I'm trying to say. Kimberleyan, that stupid furry fuck acts like Kiro. Nat M. Portent, on a scale from 1 to 9,000, how sick are you of answering questions about anime? I don't mind, I like anime. Skeleton, is the reason that Jade won't do streams due to the last video she uploaded on her Twitter fights with shitlibs before you had herself Showa. It'd be cute to see you two again. Hail victory, Jade. Hail the coming Imperium. She has problems with social media. She always gets in fights with Cambodians, and they inevitably ban her. From Ace Kenshader, I'll be honest, I really don't get the BetterHelp controversy. I see it as a company using legalese in their terms of service to get out of trouble. Then again, I'm super jaded with humanity. LOL. I'll give you a quick synopsis. Hold on one sec here. Okay, so I see the issue with BetterHelp and the people around it as twofold. So BetterHelp sets itself up as a therapy service, essentially, a therapy service online. But what you find out is the people that they claim to have as therapists aren't vetted properly. The billing cycle they have set up for how they charge people is predatory. There's no data protection, and there's no privacy guarantees. More than that, the company has ties with other companies that are into weird shit like AI research and marketing. So they tell a bunch of depressed people to come to BetterHelp. And then those people show up and they get charged like $300 for a fucking month to get a therapist who might not actually be a therapist, and then have their private conversations and their information sold to another company to develop censorship bots or to come out with new ad campaigns to make them pay more money. Because who better to take advantage of than sad fucks on the internet? The other issue with BetterHelp are companies like the ones that DeFranco runs, who are partnered with them at a company level. DeFranco tries to play it off like he didn't really have a lot of information about this and he was unaware of it, but it's essentially, it comes across, I should say, it appears to be something akin to a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme, where he's either has a financial stake in these other companies or he's getting extra money through a referral system. So DeFranco promotes it, he gets other YouTubers to promote it, and they get a huge cutback from the, signed up amount that the person goes for, let's say a month. Now the weird thing is they're getting like $100 to $200 a referral. And that's an exorbitant amount of money for a YouTuber to get for a referral to a service online, which tells me, at least, it makes it seem to me, that BetterHelp is making their money not through the therapy service, but through something else, which is a selling of the data. All these fucking companies that exist like to use their user base as sheep. There's no ethical standard for how they treat people. And it's really weird because when you get something that's related to psychology or therapy, there should be some fucking standards in place. People shouldn't get it taken advantage of and have their data packed together and shipped away to be analyzed and used for better marketing for some asshole that wants to sell more Nike shoes. But, the whole thing just through and through is disgusting to me. And I think DeFranco knows more than he lets on, and I think he's more financially invested than he's letting on. And I think that a lot of YouTubers maybe got screwed. Boogie put it out that he wasn't aware of some of this stuff, but then he kind of changed some of his statements about it. I don't know. Here would be my advice to anybody that's actually depressed. Go see a real therapist. Don't listen to some faggot on YouTube telling you to hit a referral link. Fuck them. Go see an actual therapist. Go find somebody you're comfortable sitting in a room and talking to, if that's what you're inclined to do. But don't trust some asshole selling you a service. You're always going to get fucked. These companies exist to fuck you. Candid did the same thing. Oh, it's an anonymous image board. It's an anonymous messaging app. No, it wasn't. It was to train an AI bot. So all the people that used it helped to fuck themselves over later on through censorship and the apocalypse and all that shit. Who fucking knows what BetterHelp's going to do? So, just don't. Just don't, chat. There you are. All right, possible double. Hey, Jim, are you a gun person? If so, what kind of guns do you have? And what would you use to remove the fur things? I don't actually own guns. I grew up around them. I'm comfortable with them. Shot, rifles, shot shotguns, pistols, magnums, all that shit. I'm not, I think some people are anti-gun because they're uncomfortable around guns, because they've never been around them. It's easy to be freaked out by guns and be anti-gun because you've never held one or loaded one or shot one. So it leaves like a weird, I don't know. I think they're scared of them. But I just don't have a reason to own one at the moment. Opinion discarded. Are onions worse than soy? No, onions are amazing. Zed Tango. Goblin Slayer is a new anime with monster rape in it. PSA, remember to drink plenty of water, my dudes. Frat Fire Funk. Here's 5 more shekels, my contribution towards our goal of owning the libs. Watch Goblin Slayer. JC, hey Jim, what do you think about a cicada? And what parallels do you see between it and Q? Thanks for making my Sunday. Well, hopefully the R. Donald's not watching so we don't get soccer moms trying to find out about cicada, but I would draw some parallels. Here's this mysterious thing that pops up making claims. People get really interested in it. Now, I know that cicada was more of like, it was more of a what the fuck is the name of it? Alternate reality game in ARG. Can you solve the mystery? Can you figure out the code? Where is it going to lead? But there's a lot of LARPing involved in it. And so, same with Q. So that's a parallel I draw with it. God help us if the soccer moms find cicada. I don't know how they'd react to it. Let's see. B98K Finnegan, press 1 to order appetizers. The Guardian sees you. Jim, if Sunday Funday became a regular stream, would you consider uploading them to a podcast service? The kill stream being on Castbox. All the streams that appear on this channel are uploaded to another channel. My good friend Hal puts them up on his channel. So if you miss them live or if you want to watch them later on, they're over on Hal's channel. Oogie Boogie, Dame Pesos in the chat. What up? SMT Dane. What happened to the MRAs? Are you still going to do a stream on them? Yep, eventually. Amazing 1985. F for respects. HTRTU. Gamergate 2, just don't. Commissar Warder, we must secure the existence of our frittatas, of our frittatas, and a future for Applebee's appetizers. I'm losing my ability to speak. Weird when you go through a bunch of statements here. Let me have a sip here. Joey Joestar, Goblin Slayer is an anime that SJWs got really angry at. Funny because Berserk is extremely similar, and SJWs did not get angry at Berserk. Weird. Meowman, Jim, I will give you another $10 if you meow like Ocelot in Metal Gear Solid 3. Probably not going to happen. Alec the Bunny, don't kill me. I just like bunnies, the rest can burn. Volk, Coloprit. Jesus Christ. Volk Colopatrian. I'm sorry, I'm losing my ability to speak. Oh, I know this story. This guy is doing Darvo. That is bullying projection. It's SJW kind of shit. Accuse other people of crap. I swear to God, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what the acronym stands for. But I think I know what you're talking about. Again, from Alec the Bunny. Zig Heil. Hands with Guns. Keep furries out of Dixie. Brian Kemp for Georgia Governor. Merlo Williams, I love how every one of these fucking morons thinking they're going to be the one that gets you with the show your face, what's your real name shit. Coffin Joe, thanks Jimbo for the awesome content, great way to spend my birthday, never change, Heil the Sweetie Army. Daniel Knapp, thank you. My Soul 17, actually we should be called the Freedomists. That's such a terrible name. These people are terrible with their branding. It's got to be something catchy, got a little bit of pizzazz to it, rolls off the tongue. Cheeky Caramel Bunny 74, I'm at the park hanging with my kid and there are no boulders involved. LOL, love your stream. Glad you're liking it. From Anonymous Crab, I just wanted to say I told you the liberalist furries were coming. That stream was hilarious. Glad you enjoyed it. Metal Dragon, furry degenerates like Lee Collins and Kiro should be put on a cross. Hapax Legoman, 5 Political Perspectives Daily, discuss anonymously. yakfiles.com. From Mojo Hag, Jim, don't let a fur fag name us. Ben Mendoza, I've talked with the fur fag before, it would have been about a year ago. Might still have him on Skype if he didn't delete it. From Erzio Schultz, does the furry sound like Doug Walker to you? A little bit, actually, yeah. Julius Caesar 187 Truth, have you heard about J Caesar 187, Ralph Retort's Pornhub account? And is it true Josh talked about it on the Killstream Discord? Well, I couldn't tell you if Josh talked about it on the Discord. I don't use Discord. I honestly don't know. Punish Creeps Works, if you have a gift, you have a gift, I don't, Jim. When that fur fag ran out of argument points and took on the patronizing voice, I had an aneurysm from anger. Sir Chuck of Steak, but is it illegal, Jim? Alan Poe 17, Bully Cabal Crusade, Jim, you are the BBC. It would be the BCC, but you're close. Daniel Knapp, any legal action for accusing you of being a pedo? No, it's the internet. People sling shit all the time. Chase Weiler, what makes camels better than American spirits? I don't know. I've never had American spirits. I couldn't tell you. From Nano, hey Jim, have some shekels, keep doing what you do, and don't let those furries scare you off the internet. I will try not to hide in fear. Sir Winsalot, Cubs in the fandom are an excuse for pedophilia if you ask me, and it's defended to the death even if you slightly disagree. It needs to be stopped, in my opinion. From Carnizzle, being a part of a bully brigade sounds hardcore. From Kenny, Jim, will you investigate the Angry Birds fandom? I didn't know there was any controversy going on with them. From HTRTU, this fur fag had no sense of self-awareness whatsoever. Some guy wanted to be a lawyer once. As to the legality, it technically is, as no child is in it, unless it's declared obscene. That's extremely hard to do and has happened in the US, I think, once with manga. From Fediman, welcome to Dogscape. AK-47 your face, if you are looking for free music to play on stream, OC Remix has a lot of free game tracks to work with. I don't know their stance on copyright, but since it's all free, you should be good to play it. I will check it out. From An Lamis Law, which I probably butchered. Either die a hero or see yourself become Anita. From KTTK, Sargon does cocaine, Kia. Abel Archer, if you feel down after the fifth, you are... If you feel down after the filth you were involved in lately, check out Sean Ranklin's latest fan vids on Wings of Redemption. He has somehow become even more toxic after his surgery. We need a part 2. Sean Ranklin does have a fucking amazing channel. If you're unfamiliar with him, check him out. He basically catalogs Wings of Redemption. So, I mean, if you like laughing at DSP and the dumb shit he does, if you've ever seen This Is How You Don't Play stuff, Sean Ranklin basically does that for Wings of Redemption. Good stuff. Zero the Hero, NPCs being banned on Twitter, and Jim, just don't. Ryan, here's money for a flamethrower, burn it all down. Opinion discarded. Thoughts on Hugo and Jake? Not familiar. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sean Fallon, honestly, Jim, how the hell do you keep attracting these people? It's a good question, I'm not sure. Thomas S. Hari Krishna, Guru Jim, all the love. From Duke Figglesby, Jim, if you could hold a fist fight, Jim, if you could hold a fist fight with one person you argued with from your career on YouTube, who would you lay the hammer down on? Who would I fist fight? And none of them. I enjoy laughing at them, but that's about the extent of it. Dire Thunder is your waifu. The Bully Cabal is simply the Sweetie Squad's elite inner circle. Why YouTube? Why? I bet $20 Soygon kills himself. I really hope he does it on camera. That would be metal. Big Boss 120.85. Goblin Slayer summary. Local medieval man yeets Nigerian nigglets all day, every day. A lot of people talking about Goblin Slayer. Anthony J. The biggest of brains. Uncle Adolph's cheesecake. Furries need to be liberated by the Dodge Challenger of freedom. Ludwig 2. Jim Karasai had more than just Cub stuff. He followed actual human Shota artists on Twitter. Really makes you think. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to really dig through anything. I just saw him kind of spazzing out, looked up a little bit, and saw to Fur Affinity, saw some weird shit on there, and I was like, okay, now I know what I'm dealing with. Mysterious Senior Hitler. Childhood is when you idolize Sargon of Akkad. Adulthood is when you realize that Mr. Metokur makes more sense. Ninja Bread Man. Ninja Bread is one word. Thank you very much. Also, thank you for making me look forward to Sunday nights. Also, who's your favorite Tenchi Muyo girl? Okay. I have not seen that shit in forever, but I will look up the name. I'll look up the name because everybody's asking waifu questions, aren't they? Okay. Let me see. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, let me see if I can find it here. I'm not going to find the name. It wasn't the princesses. What was the super powerful bitch? I don't know what her name is. The asshole character. The female Vegeta in that show. The blue-haired one. I don't know what her fucking name is. You're asking me about anime from a long time ago. Homo Sheep, I died. Also, Ink Bunny is a cub minefield. Jeremy Joestar, wait, if Article 13 is supposed to come into effect in January, how will waiter of Applebee's supposed to lead the new movement without a license? That's a good question. Ryan MF, was Alpha furry? He killed and ate many cats. The Commandant, greetings from Base 211 in Antarctica. We made a human skin light shade embossed with your double M logo. We'll send it to you for your birthday. Well, thank you very much. Rax the Hero, Goblin Slayer, in short, is Jim versus the furries. Simon X, Big Nig Jim, some shekels for the coming war. Laptops are probably dying if you smoke a lot next to them. You have the same issue with headsets. No, these headsets are durable. I got to say, Logitech, for their cheap fucking headsets, they last forever. I mean, the only reason that they've shit out on me before is the cord. If it wasn't for the cord, it would be fine. As for the laptop, it was a hard drive issue, which I've encountered before, and it just seems to be one of those things where I've got to move into the future and start using solid state drives rather than hard disk drives. That's on me. Okay. I'm going to... My voice is giving out on me. We're going to take one more small break here. Appreciate everybody sticking around. We will get through the rest of the super chats. We'll take like 2-3 minutes. I'm going to go have another drink, and then we'll go through the rest of these. So let me see here. Change the text so people know. If you feel like sticking around, I don't know. Go grab a drink, stretch your legs, use the bathroom. We'll continue onward here in just a few minutes. Put a little background music on, and then come back and read the rest of these. Find some music here, something to put on in the background so it's not dead silent. How about Rourke's Drift by Sebanen? Huh? How about that? Okay, we're back. Jump back into the super chats. Get this going. There we are. Needed to rest my voice for a second there before we jump back into this. All right. Let's see where we left off. From Koidix, here's $5 for gas. Go run over some glow-in-the-dark spooks for me. Love you, Jim Bob, :3 XD. Kenny Jones, Jim, you the man with the plane, and thanks for giving me a chance on the kill stream. From Necro Banana, whatever happened to that game Sargon was making? I'm not sure. Red Guy, movie idea, guy goes looking for 4 Bigfoot, interrupts a freaky furry sex party, and they try to force him to partake. It's like Deliverance, but with furries. It sounds like a fucking nightmare, to be honest with you. Ocean Redux, Sargon is so full of shit, it's painful. From Breaker, say, Skiffin needs to pet the kitty, Jim. Skiffin? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but they need to pet the kitty. Lepa thinks Sargon's doing this because he got too big. I used to like him. I couldn't tell you. I just think it's a really dumb idea. Hey Jim, have you ever heard about the satellite that Gamergate wanted to send up? No, I have not. Oh, that sounds stupid. They wanted to put a satellite in space, did they? For posterity, what's with Sargon taking his time? 20-year plan. Shouldn't things be done now to stop terrible things from happening? Like what woe fears? Chris asks, ethnostates are for niggers. Melissa Sidoff, no message, thank you. From Ocean Redux, some of you in chat need to Stufu, seriously. From An Lemus La, and again, I'm pronouncing your name probably terribly, Sargon's cadence feels like sandpaper on my skin. From Ghosty, ever going to take calls again on your Sunday streams? Would love to expose my experience with one of the Zeus sadists wanting art from me. Love you, Jim. You know, we could do a segment on that. I was going to have Josh from Kiwi Farms, he'll probably be on next week, to talk about some of the people that run some of these sites. Maybe after that, I'll do like a half an hour of call-ins. So try to, if you can make it next weekend, make it next weekend. I'll do a half an hour call-ins after the Josh part, and then we'll get into the shit rat stuff. Albert Wesker, how many Zoomers could the Boomer Zoomer groom? If a Boomer had enough, not caught the Boomer Zoomer groomer. I'm not sure. Probably more pickles than Peter Piper could pick. Jason Moore, new plan, get Vladimir Putin to praise CAC to troll the libs. You've got to trigger the libs. You've got to own the libs. From Botchnitas, God, Jim, you and Sargon are so obsessed with each other. Why not just cut the crap and fuck already? I don't fuck fat soy-titted men. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Johnny X2, can you watch a video on Bathrobe Dwayne? He's a bit of a spurg with a funny as fuck reaction to a song request. Maybe next weekend? White Void 43. It seems like Sergun is trying his best to play interdimensional 4D chess by trying to get the alt-right to act like SJWs to destroy them, but he's ultimately failing. From Foxman2248, Jim, post more videos. I need more stuff to listen to when I'm at my gunsmith job. And any plans for more deviants? You know, I'd actually like to get back into it. There are a few more with the deviants, but then it was kind of going to move into the deviants after dark. I really have to move that off site because you can't look at their shit on YouTube. Google will never allow it. But I think to get the full impact of it, we need to show it on stream. From SH Mood, Sargon is such a self-absorbed, unaware man-child. Random Loser 88, hey Jim, Brittany Venti just got a $30,000 donation. As Sargon begins the mission, it would be funny if he reminded him and his followers that Venti is more successful. 30,000, it's a big pop. Oh, fuck, and it just jumped ahead for me in 1 second here. We're getting close to the end, folks. All right. Lost Wingman 07, Boogie lying like crazy. There's a reason he has a 400 page Kiwi Farms thread. Veggie Bad, Boogie 1488, Race War Now. From Ryan Bradford, Gas of Furries Type 666 to make at US Switch great again. SH Mood, thank you. Ash Lamala, Fingerbang me on stream, Gamer Daddy. Duke Figglesby, I sent you the same twice because I'm tanked. I'm sorry. That's fine. Energies X, what were you like as a child, Jim? Were you shy? No, it's fairly outgoing. I played sports. Played hockey when I was really young. Hockey and baseball. When I got older, I did wrestling. Average. I'm your average suburbanite kid. Is the best way to put it. Millhouse Go, Jim, any idea what next week's stream will be on? I'll be covering Shit Rat, a few of the other skeptics. I'll hopefully have Josh on to talk about some of the furry sites. And I guess we're going to be doing a half an hour of call-ins, as well as the art contest. Collective Conscious Controlled, fuck gamers and fuck gaming. Zero the Hero, I bet Sargon Tristo Tekerid for NPC ban on Twitter? Or will take... Okay, I bet... Oh, I see. I read that as one word because there was no spacing. I bet Sargon tries to take cred for the NPC ban on Twitter. From Leov Maishkin, instead of trying to get Monday Matt on Tucker, let's try and get Dame Pesos posing as Monday Matt on. It could save the West. I would actually pay to see that. If Dame Pesos could get on Tucker Carlson and impersonate Matt, that would be fantastic. From Oni Renja, Sargon needs to find a new hobby. Blue Satoshi, you're getting that Pokemon Yellow Switch remake. I didn't even know they were doing a Switch remake of Pokemon Yellow. I knew they're doing like a core game after the Go shit, but I don't know what the core game's going to be. Todd Joachim, who killed Jesus? Well, I believe that would be the Jews. Ocean Redux, I live for y'all super chats. I swear they're the best shit ever. Also, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is better than Goblin Slayer. Don't at me. And I don't, there's no name on this one. Hey Jim, have you seen Easy Peasy's new vid on the Cal Arts Cabal? Anonymous source, but the literal shit he talked about reminded me of your content. Yeah, good videos. If you get a chance, Easy Peasy's good. I also like, there are a couple people. ER. Let's see, who else? Internet Historian does some good shit. Down the Rabbit Hole is really good as well. So there's a lot of good content out there if you like internet history shit and stuff like that. From Vincent Ross, I heard about Ralph trying to get AIU to debate you on anonymity, but I don't think you guys would disagree as much as people think. You both follow the man's code pretty well. Caleb Harrington, Jim, what are your opinions on the quartering? I think he's abysmally boring to listen to, but what's your take on him? Also, what's your favorite Halo game? I like the original Halo game, Halo 1. I think is the best. Playing that on Legendary and weapon walking your way across a level is a lot of fun. I don't watch quartering, so I couldn't tell you what his content's like. But we did have our own little confrontation on the Morning Kumite back in the day. You can go look that up and get a feel for it. From Robert, I've been drinking since 11 a.m. My boss doesn't know that I'm not going to be there tomorrow. I did this twice a year to see if they offer me a raise or fire me. My annual income has increased. Well played, Robert. From RWDS, I guess Right Wing Death Squad, 1488. Jim is Sargon 2.0. Jim doesn't address the Jewish question. Didn't vote for Trump. Has sex with an Asian woman. Jim is a centrist fag with no spine. Kevin Thomas. So are you still going to do videos or are you focusing on streams now? No, I still plan to do videos. Dude McPerson guy. Enjoying the stream. Thanks for the smug chuckles. Also, hi, Commoner. Guns down and hail. Jim, I made it my PC by using a hardware swap. If I got a new one, it would cost $1,200. And made it with 930. All used, but still working. Why YouTube? Why? The kill stream with Soygon gave me mud butt. I don't know how you do it without getting bubble guts. Virus Jan, have you ever dived the hellhole called geeking? No, I've not, but I'll check it out. HTRTU, Goblin Slayer is the answer to the eternal question, what if Doom Guy was a Dark Souls character and there is rape literally in the first episode? The Minuteman, keep on keeping on. Also, the SJWs hated seeing women get dommed in Goblin Slayer. Also, Purity Sin says to say hi, Daddy. Or to say hey to Daddy Jim. From Arlarius, missed all of the stream until Super Chats. Will it be on here for a while, or are you taking down right after? Stream will probably be up for like a half an hour, and then it'll be over on Hal's channel. You can watch the whole thing over there. Devic Quest, hey Jim, you still look like Cobra Commander, but you sound like Brian the Dog. Confusing. I'm here to fuck with people. A. Lamau, Jim, do you like Warhammer 40k? Many of the games are ass, but it is unironically has the deepest lore. Oh yeah, it's good shit. Helsfer, have you heard some guys are making a Legend of the Galactic Heroes fan dub? No, I did not. Random facts, Sargon just uploaded a new video on the Thinkery about Gamergate 2.0 and NPCs. Well, you know what? If we get through the Super Chats fast enough, maybe we'll take a look real quick before I end out the stream. Kate Aronia, women are traps without dongs. Jade is one, right? I can tell you with 100% certainty that Jade does not have a dong. Solo Wing Pixie, yo buddy, still alive? Yep, still here. Virus Jan, what's your favorite Mars child? I don't know. Nandato, lumpy deformed goblino eggplants, tearing apart pure Aryan roast beef. Goblin Slayer in a nutshell. Stream it next weekend. I dare you, Gaylord. Comics Doggerin, Jim, you're getting too big brain for me. I'm getting my rock. Jacob Zevin, are you ever going to finish Deviantskoy? We will revisit it. Josh Sketch Show, have you ever played any Pikmin games? Yeah, I played all three, actually. JRBear96, this super chat is to prolong the stream. Mission accomplished. Vladimir M. Ivanovic. Sargon just released a vid on the Thinkery regarding GG2. The Orange Cow, get Jay to draw you milking JF's giant knockers. I will ask her to do that. Energies X, there's a lot of anti-Semitism on polls, so I want to ask you, Jim, what is your opinion, or your official opinion, on Jews? Which theory do you believe in? Well, I do believe that Jews are predominant in media and in finance, and I do believe that that causes some issues. That would be my official stance on it. Dark Not Valus. Jim, Reds or menthol? Fuck menthol. Reds. Masneo. Watched your video, or... Oh, shit. I jumped ahead. Hold on. Watched your That Guy with the Glasses videos. Loved them. Also love it when you make fun of retards. Here's my shekels. Ninja Breadman. Space Pirate Ryoko. Thanks again and good night. Number 1 Nowhere. Save Humanity. Collect a furry's pelt. Foxman2248, you have an amazing taste in music. Sabaton, I can't pronounce what you're asking. Songs are amazing. If you ever heard of Powerwolf, they are like them. Keep it up, Jim. No, I'm not. Stefan Molyneux fan for $1. A single dollar. Super Gordo Satsu, Jim played Dragon Quest XI. It rocks. Mute, hey, thanks for the laughs over the years. Nothing but love, Jim. Propane Daddy, thank you. From Mute, again, a bit late, but thoughts on Total Biscuit's death? Yeah, it's rough to die from cancer. It would be a rough death to have. JairBear96, thanks. Blue Satoshi, new Thinkery video on GG2 just got posted. Okay. Blue Satoshi, the Go shit is the Pokemon Yellow remake. Well, fuck that then, because Pokemon Go looks awful. Xenophagia, Sargon just uploaded a new video about you. Another nobody, cheesy songs you like, mine, ABBA winner, takes it all. And finally, Big Guys Project CIA. Are you sub to Hide Wars? I will tell you what I watch. People ask this occasionally for some reason. Hold on. I watch really basic shit when I'm watching stuff on YouTube. I'll tell you the stuff I've recently watched. Mostly movie reviews and game reviews. Okay, Decker Shadow, Twin Perfect history buffs. I watch Arlo for Nintendo reviews. Fanboy Flicks. World of Long Plays, Viola Tech has really good shit if you like Brood Wars content, like, you know, the Korean games from back in 08 and shit. They've got some good stuff on that. Defunct Land. Daniel Ibertson, Red Letter Media. Lazy Game Reviews, LGR. Chris Smoove, good shit. Comics Explained. GGG Man Lives, Your Movie Sucks. Unseen 64. Like I said, it's game reviews, it's movie reviews. That's basically what I watch. I think I got one more that popped through here. Let's see. And CGMan2112, did you talk about Kanye? You got Dragon Energy. No, I've not talked about Kanye. That's right, motherfuckers. I watch the guy with the blue puppet. I watch Arlo. Yeah, GGG Man Lives is good shit too. I'm glad he stuck with it. You know, for a while there, he was putting up videos saying he didn't know if he wanted to keep doing it or not, and he's almost like, he's got a ridiculous amount of subs now. Let me see what he's sitting at. Where the fuck was it? Oh, there we are. All right, let's see. Yeah, he's at 174,000 subs. I mean, I remember when he had a really, really small channel. But I like people that review first-person shooter games, PC stuff primarily, and he's one of the better channels for it. I'm mostly looking for the people that are into whatever their platform or console is, so I can fucking watch it and get a decent like input on if it's good or not. And he covers a lot of the old shit too, so it's good stuff. All right, and since everybody brought it up, let's go take a look. Set a new video, I suppose. So let's see. Oh God! Well, here's the next meme. Sargon's gonna rape to death. Gamergate 2.0 triggers NPCs. It's up on the Thinkery. I don't know, chat. Do you want to watch it? It's been a bit of a long stream, but you've all struggled through the super chats. We can watch it. It's like 7 minutes, if you're inclined to. Otherwise, we can call it a day here. I've seen a lot of yes, so okay. Let me get this set up. Pull it up. There's going to be a lot of smugly chuckles involved in this. So I got like 8 fucking super chats all bringing it up. So okay, let's see. Let's take a look. Where are we here? I think I got it queued up. I think we should be good to go. This got put up just 30 minutes ago. So it's a brand new Hot take on NPCs. Window capture. That should be right. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's take a look.
Is fucking amazing. And not just because it's genuinely hilarious and accurately represents the way that not just left-wingers, but especially SJW types, the far left types, who are kind of like pre-programmed, but with a certain set of responses that they don't fully understand, but they have been assured are very correct and moral. And so they can just do nothing but repeat these things. And you get varying levels of complexity of this AI, but eventually you always come to a point where they get really angry with you. And that's usually the point where you get blocked, or if they're in real life, they start having a meltdown. The NPC meme was apparently created and bounced around a bit on 4chan, but nobody really noticed it too much until the publication of a Kotaku article explaining the meme last week, where apparently they were replacing the term SJW with NPC, which is a really great idea. And they were really offended because it was dehumanizing them.
Oh, God, I'm getting bored already. There's a lot of smug chuckles in chat. Okay, we'll watch it. It's only another 6 minutes. 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes. Let's see where he goes with it. Explaining the deep lore on NPCs that he read about in a Kotaku article.
Oh, really? How dehumanizing is it to just be reduced to your race and gender? And how dehumanizing is it to be told that actually you're being paid by Russia? And then how much more dehumanizing is it to say, no, you're just a Russian bot? Fucking come on. Don't sit there whining about using dehumanizing language. It's the far left who use the term black and brown bodies as if you're dealing with fucking corpses. It's fucking grim. They sit there go, oh, you're dehumanizing us because we've only got a stock set of responses. Yeah, how terrible. Yeah, it's a way of trying to get you to stop just giving us stock responses and actually thinking about what we're fucking saying. But the thing is, Jared, the reason that this one sticks is because you guys genuinely act in that kind of...
Oh, I get what this is about. Okay, I know exactly what this is about. I know exactly why he's doing this. Hold on. Let me show you this. I know why he's talking about this. It has jack all to do with NPCs. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me find this retarded shit. You'll see exactly what's going on here. You see, Jared Holt made fun of Sargon. And I think that's why he decided to do a video about the article. Oh, let me see if I can find this. Oh, is his fucking account still here? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Oh my God, why is this gonna... Right. Sorry, I didn't have this ready, so... I think this is him. Yeah, this would be him. See if I can find it. Where is it here? God, this guy tweets a lot. Fuck. This would have been... There's the NPC. It's one... He took a jab at Sargon, essentially, for the Gamergate 2 idea, and I think that's what this is about. Okay, here we go. This is my guess as to why this is going on. Put this up on Windows Capture. There we are. Stopped into this podcast because old Sargon of Akkad is online. He's arguing that the left is still scared of Gamergate and that he could get Trump to defend Gamergate to trigger the libs. The hosts are just mercilessly mocking him. Sargon never grew out of 2015. That is your reasoning. That is why he is doing a video on Jared Holt's NPC article. That's my guess, at least. But we'll continue. Video's short anyway. Watch the rest of it here.
...of predictable fashion. I went on the kill stream with Ralph to tell him about the idea of throwing Gamergate back in the face of the left, and I said on the stream that you'd write about it on Right Wing Watch, and you did. And then people who follow you, specifically for this kind of thing, people like Will Summer, a reporter for the Daily Beast, will start tweeting about it and talking about how Sargon of Akkad wants to restart Gamergate by getting Trump to tweet about it. That's not really what I said. but it's kind of like what I said, and it definitely has the components. Sargon of Akkad, Gamergate, Trump. It'd be a real shame if people spread that around and started saying, hey, that's not a bad idea. If we look at some of the responses to Will's tweets, we can already see the NPCs responding with their pre-programmed responses. First one, arrogantly, oh my god, please get Trump to tweet about video game journalism.
Okay. I think that's about, yeah, you get the idea. You get the video idea, guys. So I hope you enjoyed NPCs. The meme, while it was still usable, it's gone now. It's dead. It's been murdered. He'll probably put it on a Kekistani flag, and we're all going to have to salute it. A few last super chats here, and then we're done. Maria is my waifu. Big fan of your streams. Keep it up. Thank you. Blue Satoshi, it's dead, Jim. It's dead, and Sargon killed it. And finally, causality. Do you believe J. Caesar 187's story that his old Pornhub and Twitter accounts were just trolling? Or his previous story that Shitrat was somehow involved? I don't know. I've been doing the stream, so I've been catching up on what the newest take is. I have to go give it a read. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to the streams. Again, next Sunday, we're going to go over Shitrat. Hopefully have Josh on to talk about furfags and their websites, do some call-ins, have an art contest, and move from there. Have a good rest of your Sunday evening. Hope you had a good weekend, and have a good work week.